This how we coming out today.
A 20v1, nigga.
No. It's not a...
This how we coming out today.
Who is this? This is not a topic of the day.
It ain't the topic, but we coming out. This is how we coming out today.
No.
Make some drums, nigga.
Shut your whole ass up. Make some drums.
And we not talking about beef today at
Listen,
all.
Why you
We're
open
not
it
talking
up?
about beef.
You open the can.
But this is
and then
funny.
We can't eat it.
This is funny.
Hey. Better type and give me 50.
Y'all ain't had a good time when y'all seen this joint?
No,
You didn't get a good laugh when you seen this joint.
I said this is ridiculous. What are we doing?
We out here, man.
It's an abomination.
We out here.
It's an abomination to Motown. It's an abomination to hip hop. It's just an abomination.
That was fire Motown, no. But we back though. We got the music, the real theme music up here. What's going on, y'all? This is EFS Podcast, episode 12. Still a podcast for self-starters and those willing to make the most out of any situation. We repeat, this is the podcast for self-starters and those willing to make the most out of any situation. I am your host, D. Burke. We are back with another episode. We got my man Waldo Black in the house today.
What's going on, EFS family? It's your boy Waldo Black.
One time for the gang. We need applauses. We need air horns. We need air horns in abundance today. It's big energy. It's big energy because today we got a special guest in the house. My guy, my man. I've been real cool with this guy for a long time. Very happy to have him a part of the conversation.
Talk about it.
So in the house today, we got my man Dom. And one time before we get into his story, his background, his everything, we're gonna give it a round of applause for pulling up to the show, you know.
Appreciate you, Big Dom, pulling up.
Fade us out on the theme music. Fade us out on the theme. We are here today, episode 12, live in the house. You know, 12 is a special number for me.
Is it?
You know,
oh yeah, it is.
You already know the vibe. Yeah. 12 is my real number, you know. I know we got into the high school jersey talk way long ago, but 12 is the number for me. So I'm very excited to have episode 12 be presented to y'all out there, the listeners, the viewers. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on all platforms, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, all that good stuff. YouTube for the viewers, Spotify and Apple for the listeners. Like us on all platforms.
Yeah.
Keep the love coming while we present great content to y'all. And again, today I'm here with my boy Dom.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
First off, how's everybody feeling? We're going to check in with Waldo first. We're going to get the Dom. Mental health, spiritual check, all things in between, mentally, phically, all that good stuff. How you doing, man?
I'm feeling very zen. I'm feeling very at peace.
You sound zen as hell today.
I am. Like, I literally, like, this week, made it through, no issues, no problems. I just got accepted to be a part of like this big like luncheon panel thing for AmeriCorps and all that. It's just I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be speaking. And, connecting with more people. That's all I'm about, man. Love. Hey.
Yeah, that's good.
Bye, that's good. Dom, how you doing, my man?
Man, I'm doing great.
How you feel to be on the EFS podcast right now?
Man, this is
spoke
a blessing.
about this a little bit, you know, behind the scenes.
Yeah, this is a blessing. You know, Dwight, you know, this guy, looked up to him, man. Heard about him a lot when I first got to Delaware. Shout out to Eric Gums. And
my
then,
guy, good guy right there, Eric. You know, I tried to get him to pull up, but this nigga don't never pick up the freaking phone when I call.
Yeah,
I was gonna tell him to pull up.
It's AAU now, so you know he an AAU coach.
Yeah.
So,
but when we was doing our thing together, pause and nothing like that. But when we was doing our thing together, it was easy to get him on the phone. Now, you know, I call him, he hit back. He hit back when I'm busy. I hit him back 2-3 times, and I'm the person that's gonna keep calling you because I'm like, yo, bro. I'm trying to reach out to you for a reason.
Look, I'm going to call.
That's my vibe. Like, I'm going to let you know I'm initiating the call. So every call you dub, that means you in the hole now. So, you know what I'm saying? But that's my guy. A lot of love for him. I know he's a busy man. You know?
People get a little nervous when you got the lights on you.
Ain't even really no lights.
I'm just saying, bro.
That's a point, though. That's a point,
you guys sit in front and talk. You know, amongst your peers in front of cameras.
I wasn't even going to put him on mic. I was just going to say you could be in the background. Pull up.
Okay.
You know? We like to throw a little pod
now,
parties.
Sometimes we do that too. We have like people in the background just watching the show live.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Then we got to get them on here then.
Yeah.
I was trying to today.
Oh, speaking of 12, That's your number.
Yeah.
That's his and his wife's number.
No doubt. I was trying to make it a whole 12 situation today.
It's the 12th episode, and he got, hey, I'm the brother from another in the flesh on the pod. So,
hey, man,
I'm representing him and his family as well.
Nah, for sure.
Man,
for sure.
That's dope, man. So, I mean, I guess, do you want to jump in with Dom's history?
Yeah, I mean, he here. We're going. He came to pull up on us.
EFS family don't know Dom. We need to get to know
for
Dom
sure. We got to
bit.
give him the proper introduction. My man Dom, you can get into your background, your story on the platform, because we got a lot of conversation to get through. But we're gonna open it up with who the man is first, and just why I feel like it's so dope for you to pull up from my platform. But yeah, Dom, tell them about yourself, your background. Hooper to the core, of course, so we keeping it very, very sports and heavy on the talk today. So, tell them about yourself, where you played at, your journey, your path as far as the athletics, and then, we'll transition to the other stuff in a little while,
Gotcha. Yeah, so, my journey, man, retired pro, recently retired, played for 9 seasons, maybe 12 different teams in those 9 seasons. Call them tours. We're gonna call them tours. 9 tours.
9 tours.
9 tours, bro. Cause
overseas, right?
Yeah, 9 tours overseas.
That sounds better than what I said one time when I made it seem like a prison stamp.
I say tours. I say tours because you sign and go one place, but you could come back home, or you could leave that place mid-season and go somewhere else. So we're gonna call it tours.
This is fact.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But before getting into that, we're gonna start from the way, way, way back. So I'm originally from Penns Grove, New Jersey. It's a very small town in South Jersey.
Yeah, over the bridge.
Right over the bridge, man. Shout out
I've been
to
there too. You let me pull up to
a
little family barbecue
vibes.
situation.
Nice.
Little country, we little country folk there, but it's small. And just to get out that, that small town, to come somewhere bigger, Delaware, that ain't much bigger, but to come somewhere and then spread your wings and excel there, was a blessing. So I think I moved from Penns Grove, New Jersey, I think around 8 or 9. My first sport was wrestling. I was a wrestler.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're home. South Jersey is home.
6'8" wrestling?
Well, I wasn't that big.
Okay.
I wasn't that big at first.
Like, that'd be wild.
I was big for my age group, but I wasn't, too big. I was able to wrestle.
Yeah.
So wrestled at a young age, first sport. I wanted to play football, but in South Jersey, you got to play with your weight. So whatever you weigh, that's the kids you play with, and then the position. So I just outweighed because I was tall.
Yeah, all the kids.
So I just outweighed, and they was like, "Oh, you gotta play like 2 age groups up." And my mom was,
you too big.
My mom was not having it. So so fast forward, we moved to Delaware, move in with my grandmom in Newcastle, and I'm there in Boothurst, right across the bridge in Boothurst. Found out I had a cousin living in the development, and he got me into playing basketball because he was a coach at the PAL.
Wow.
So I started playing basketball with him.
Shout out to the PAL, too.
Yeah, shout out to the PAL.
A lot of hoopers started
at
the PAL league,
right over
bro.
there behind McCullough.
Okay.
Right behind McCullough in that area. It was a PAL over there. And then my mom, she moved out to the Wilton, which is by the Walmart off of 13.
Okay.
So
I know the Wilton.
By the church, behind Victory Church.
Yeah.
So she moved out there. She asked me did I want to go. I'm like, nah, I got friends here, got some family. And then so I finished. I went to Newcastle Middle.
Okay.
Finished middle school and then went to Caravel, and I moved out there with her.
And now Caravel was when you got the championship, right?
Yeah, I got the championship.
Talk that talk. You know what I mean?
That talk.
Yeah, so
the only
we got winners in the house today.
Yeah. So moved out there. Met Eric because I started with the PAL. When my mom moved, she was like, "Oh, they got the Boys and Girls Club out here." So I went. Ended up meeting Eric for the first time. We played in the summer together, and then he was like, he kind of introduced me into AAU because we ain't know what that was. So we played AAU together, whatever. Went our separate ways, and then I'm walking in the Christiana Mall and walk literally by him and meet his mom at the same time. And he like, "Yo, where are you going to high school?" I'm like, "I don't know." I took a visit to St. Mark's. St. Mark's.
What about St. Mark's?
It's different.
St. Mark's is just different.
What you mean?
It's a little light over
I'm curious.
What
do you mean?
Just a little different.
If you know, you know.
So St. Mark's was a little different because I'm coming from public school.
Right.
So that's the first introduction.
There's a cultural difference.
Culture
We'll-
shock the
we'll-
shit
culture
out
shock,
of you.
yeah,
Like,
everything.
who is all these
The
white
only
boys?
the only brother that was there was Desmond Wynn, who was big in football, went to Rutgers.
Mhm.
So shout out to Desmond Wynn.
Mhm.
So then I
but
met.
you wasn't feeling Tate Marks. Wow.
Nah, I did an official visit, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I just,
You probably wasn't.
I was just like, I don't know
You
what's
probably
going
wasn't.
on. It just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
cultural difference.
Yeah, it was very different. And then, ran into Eric. He was like, he's going to Well, he was thinking about going to Sanford, but the issue with Sanford was there's no busing.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom was like, I could get you to school, but I don't know how I'm gonna get you.
back,
Like, I don't want to
yeah.
be responsible for that. You know, putting that responsibility on another people's parent.
Mhm.
So
Makes sense.
I talked to Eric, and his mom was like, "Oh, Caravel's right in the Newark area." So we took a visit. Shout out, well, rest in peace, Jerry Adams. He was the one that helped us get there. We got there, and yeah, it was just crazy. Me and Eric come in at 6'5", 6'7",
Twin
freshmen,
Towers,
Twin
like-
Towers.
That's what I'm saying.
They already had a culture before,
Yeah,
and then
'cause-
they just had a foreign exchange student. His name was Mark from Poland. He was about 6'10".
There was no one even coming close to y'all in
Bro,
that
no.
year. Like
No,
y'all
it was crazy.
I was towering over everybody.
Yo, freshman year, we should have won it. End up going to the States.
Right.
We were up. We played against Jawan Carter against Tatnall. We were up in
What he cook? What he
Oh yeah, he was a beast. He was Mr. Delaware,
cooked
man.
y'all,
He
man.
was
He cooked
I think he's
y'all.
originally from Chester. He was like
Crazy shit that I ran into Jawan overseas. I played against him one time.
bird.
What's he doing?
Yeah.
I
Was
don't know
he
what he's doing
cooking?
now though.
He played well.
Yeah.
He
What's
played
he
well.
doing now? You know?
Nah, I don't know.
I ran into him a few
Oh.
months ago.
Mhm.
I think he's working in New York.
Okay.
Caught him on the train. I had to go into the city.
Oh,
And
okay.
I caught him on the train coming back to Wilmington.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to
I
Jawan
didn't know.
Carter.
Yeah,
I just
Jawan
remember, the on the court experience, but
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
knew him like that really. So
Right.
So we
that
was nice,
more
though.
They era. So
Yeah, nah, that was our era. Like
Yeah.
my era in Delaware basketball was crazy. Like every school was stacked. Like that's the crazy thing about like Delaware. They was just like, oh, there's no recruitment here, but every school had hoopers.
Yeah.
Like dudes that could
The
actually,
talent was here.
and
even
that's
though
that's
yeah.
the
stats
crazy
weren't.
thing because I left because I originally moved here when I was young, like 12, 13. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But when I got in the hoops on the heavy side, I'm just like, this shit is a fucking graveyard. Like, nigga, I'm not going to my ambitions and my levels of school playing here. So I got up out of here. I went back to New York.
Right.
But
don't
my
blame
mother
you.
stayed, so always having that, the ties, like I would, and I had, some homies down here still because I played there for a little bit, but then when I moved back to New York, I was starting to see like, damn, like niggas is going Big East from here, niggas is going
Yeah.
like, they started getting some better.
Paris Horn.
Yeah, exactly.
Paris
exactly,
Horn went to St. John's, man.
St. John's,
Paris
so
Horn.
I saw it start to pick up after that. I'm like,
Right.
damn, like, okay, well, I'm glad I missed, because when I was there, shit really wasn't.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
dodged the
Right,
bullet.
so,
Yeah, it
but
definitely
after that, it started to pick up, and now we got Delaware niggas in the league now.
wasn't.
So,
Yeah, Dante,
you know,
DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo, we got freaking
Got
Bones.
Bones Highland.
So,
Yeah, Bones Highland.
you
Yeah,
know,
I'm trying to think about anybody else I'm thinking about. But still, the fact that the notoriety is
yeah,
coming to Delaware more and more.
Yeah.
it's picking up.
Even the G League, we had what's the name pull up to the G League. We had Nate Robinson and we had the one boy who won the dunk contest.
McClung.
But yeah, Matt McClung.
Mac McClung, yeah.
McClung,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's just more. You know what I mean? More eyes on Delaware as a whole. I think is gonna be good for the basketball culture.
I think Jameer Nelson, the GM of the Blue Coats right now.
Is he?
I think so. I think, or the president. He's one of the
Something.
He's something. He's in the
executive-
office, but-
Okay.
Yeah, so, like,
I missed that.
Chester coming to it's good, man. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Shout out to
it's
Mark.
picking up.
Beautiful.
Picking up.
So
Now transitioning from the high school, because the next year I'm guessing you won the championship.
yeah, so no, we
got
won
the-
a
you got your lick
championship my
back?
junior year.
Oh, junior year. Okay.
And then my recruitment still wasn't where I wanted it to be.
Mhm.
So I talked to my
know what that's
AAU
about.
coaches.
you talked about that. One
Yeah,
pod
Been
ago.
there.
Yeah. So the
Been
recruitment wasn't, and at the time I was playing for the team that was team final before team final.
Mm,
So we was called the Allen Iverson Raiders.
mm.
Shout out to my AAU team, Q Gaskins, Tony Lee, JC Johnson.
Mhm.
Amazing brothers, man. They sacrificed and put everything into us, this group, and that they jump started Tyreek Evans' career.
Mm.
Because Q Gaskins, who was at Reebok big time, he the one that helped AI get that deal.
Oh, really?
He's big time. That's a name drop. You should do our homework on.
So basically,
But he put it on. He put us on, and we were going to all the big tournaments we beating teams like Gauchos, DC Assault, like dudes on the West Coast.
New York, that's crazy.
Bro, we
beat
beat
them.
Gaucho stamp.
We beat them. That's crazy.
That's
the
what I'm
Gauchos
saying.
took me out to Italy when I was in high school, which is crazy.
See? Stuff like that.
My first
Nice.
experience overseas was with the New York Gauchos.
That's wild.
Went over to Italy with Russell
yeah.
Robinson, who ended up being my teammate at Rice. Like it was a crazy trip. Like
That's crazy.
First time I ever seen anything basketball. It was out there. It was out there for it was close to 2 weeks actually.
That's fine.
Playing different teams out, and we was AAU teams, so we playing like the younger, like the you know how the pro teams got the teams
like
under them.
the Esquire teams.
Yeah, so we playing those out there basically, just going at it, like getting a real taste of what Europe was about.
Right.
So yeah, that was fire. Shout out to them.
Yeah, long story short, recruitment wasn't where it's supposed to be. So I talked to my AAU coach. I'm like, yo, I need to reclass. Because it wasn't no prep in the area.
Right.
You either for prep, I'm thinking you either gotta go to DC or you gotta go up north, like Connecticut. That's like the best prep league in the States.
Yeah.
And I think so. Like out of all like Brewster Academy, that league. So that wasn't a question, and they gotta be looking for you. So they wasn't looking for me.
Yeah.
I was a late bloomer in basketball. So I get a chance to go to Friends Central on City Line Avenue in Philadelphia. Historic because my high school coach played there with Hakeem Work, Mike Cook. Hakeem Work went to Syracuse. Mike Cook was in Pittsburgh. And Mustafa Shakur, who was a guard at Arizona. So that was his high school team. And then for some reason we was able to go. So I got to go to high school for 2 more years with my AAU teammates, on top of having an incoming freshman that played at Duke and won a national championship. A guy that was already there, Devin Coleman. He was at Clemson and went to Temple. Now he's coaching high level AAU, so he's doing amazing. Malik Killen, he's killing it. And then so I got to go to school with them for 2 more years. We won everything. We won everything. We won everything, bro. I was the only guy from Delaware at the time that would go up to Philly and win. I was playing in all the leagues. I was outside. I was outside in high school, man. I was outside. I was playing with different teams, playing in the Mallory League. So like, I got the respect where they was like, "Oh, he from Philly," but I ain't from Philly.
Yeah,
I'll be in Philly.
Right?
I'll be in Philly.
Yeah,
they like,
know
"Oh, this
niggas.
nigga from Delaware. He from Delaware."
And
But if
then
I'm
you
with
play.
Philly dudes outside of Philly,
Yeah,
he from Philly.
You one of the own.
So like, I got that respect.
That's
Shout
respect,
out,
yeah.
Shout out to all the guys in Philly, man.
So once you
So
got
wait,
your,
hold up. So
go
you
ahead,
did
go ahead.
2 years of prep?
No, I went to a high school. It was a Quaker school.
Okay.
So I reclassified.
All right.
Because they wouldn't take, I was a junior in Delaware.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take incoming
Credits?
seniors.
Incoming seniors.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it was a friend school.
So
that
they
was,
let you reclassify.
the only way I could get there
Right.
was to reclassify. But they suggested it because the curriculum at Caravel Academy wasn't where they were academic.
Okay.
Academic. So they was like, he's going to need a year to adjust to like how we write,
Exactly.
how we do our school.
The
Like,
level of schooling is different,
bro, it was.
comparatively.
All
So you
Jewish-
left Caravel as a junior and then 2 more years.
Yep.
All right, cool. That
So you
makes
left
sense.
as a junior, when you went over there, you became a sophomore.
No, I was a junior. I just redid my junior
you
year.
Oh,
just
you just did your junior year over.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
copy.
So I did my junior year over.
Copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not to cut you off, I did that same because when I left high school, I was playing at Rice in
Okay.
New York City. When I moved back to New York, that's all I ended up playing for, Rice High School. Kemba Walker,
Oh yeah, we played them at the Bay Ball.
Right. So that was more
We
so
got
your
smacked.
era. Before that, Kenny Satterfield,
So you
Russell
won everything,
Robinson,
yeah.
like,
No,
a
no,
lot
no,
of
that
dudes.
was in Delaware. That was in Delaware. No, we won everything in Philly.
Yeah.
Like Delaware, we got smacked by Rice.
He like,
But we
get it
beat,
right,
we
bro.
beat Christ the King now.
Get that shit right.
We beat Christ the King.
Yeah. And that's
Delaware,
who,
Delaware boys beat Christ the King.
Nah,
So once you got obviously into the right school with the right notoriety, what was the transition
What was up?
to college?
Oh man, I had offers coming in. First offer was from Howard. I love
it's
that.
usually like when you start on the late bloomer shit, it's usually like a
HBCUs?
decent low level D1
Yeah.
school that'll give you an offer. And then that's like, okay, like shit, I'm
Yeah.
starting to get out here a little bit.
Yeah, so that was like my lowest offer, but I loved it because it was HBCU,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I love this. And then like as I was about to, not straight up commit, but just start getting the interest, man. George Mason, all like the A10 came after me, Temple. Then I had like Northeastern from the CAA.
Mm-hmm.
Is it difficult to make that decision? Like, is there
Heck
Is
yeah.
there a layer of responsibility? Do you feel like the Black community and because like you said, this HBCU was the first to call it like and ask for it, but also it probably didn't offer much, right? It didn't have all the perks that these other
All the
PWIs.
Well, you gonna get a full ride. It was a full
No,
ride.
I know
ride
that.
for
But
sure.
what I'm
like
saying
perks
is,
like the gym.
It just ain't as shiny
It ain't
as
as shiny.
the schools
but
you're trying to
that's
go
what I'm trying
to.
to say.
So-
you won't get the perks of being on a major platform potentially, or being in front of the eyes that could potentially put you forth in your career, in your future. But is it still worth it to
I think
give back to the Black
I think
community?
now
At that point,
at that point,
nah.
no. I think now.
Hell no.
I think now.
Hell no.
I think now with everything that's going on, yeah, you can consider it. But back then, I would say no.
Interesting.
I mean, we've seen it now with Dion, like,
Yeah,
what he
we
did
seeing
before
it.
he went to Colorado.
But
he
I didn't come in the house.
he ended up booking it to a lot of backlash. But even back then at that point, HBC, like, it was good to, again, if you Black, you get to play for that school. But we got a mission. So if we ain't close to the goal yet, I'm trying to put myself in a position to get as close to that as possible. And that HBCU shit, if you have the talent level, if you have the eyes on you that's higher than an HBCU, that shit, like I said, it's like the first offer. Like, okay, that's cute,
Yeah.
but let me see what else we're going to get.
Yeah,
A lot of HBCU guys at that time, they kind of,
that was their one and only.
right,
Yeah.
or one of their better offers. So it's
Interesting.
like, let's make the most of this situation.
Yeah.
But that's also like, when you get to a 5-star recruit, 4-star recruit, like with the lower you get down those stars, then from there it's like your options look a little bit,
Facts.
So at that
Yeah.
point, HBCUs wasn't really, on the top of the list for a lot of guys who was mid-major to high D1 level players, which I'm sure you can attest to at that point.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is your household too. So like I came in a
Mhm.
single parent home and my mom didn't go to college.
Mhm.
Come on now.
So like all of the college stuff, the being clear for the clearinghouse and
Clearinghouse.
that was all new. That was
Yeah.
all new to us. So it wasn't like, I had a mom and dad live together and they pledged
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, you need to go, this is the way you need to go. Like I didn't have that. So like I'm making decisions off of trying to better my future
Facts.
with my family.
So you basically take on the pressure of your entire family
Yeah.
to make a decision that's going to impact
Yeah.
your entire future, and it can't always be based off of societal expectation of
Exactly.
you adhering to the Blackness of your Blackness, and
Nah.
I just look
But
at
you
that
even-
and I
but
always try to
You gotta take care
measure
of
all of
yourself
that.
before you can take care of everybody else.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
That's just how that shit is. Then now, like, bro, like, I'm all for the community, but like, you gotta get to it before you can really be in a position to do anything, get back, And
Yeah.
that's just how that shit kind of end up being.
Yeah.
But
So,
fast forward, you
fast
did
forward,
go to
end up-
college.
End up going to Boston University.
Boston University.
Boston. Oh, go ahead. Let me let you go
Got
ahead.
the whole
Go
cool
off.
story. Got to go with my 2 AAU teammates again.
That's crazy. You ended up playing with
Crazy.
that many people. Like,
Again.
Consistently,
like,
Yeah,
you know,
bro. It's a blessing. I don't know why.
that
at the
shit don't
time-
happen like that.
Yeah.
It
And
don't.
it's crazy because at the it was just amazing to do that. And we had other Philly guys that like I said, when I got to Philly and we would be in the different leagues, we had rivals with other guys, just like being in New York, you
Mhm.
playing against in different leagues,
Mhm.
and I got to go to school with them. They
That's kinda-
came. So the coach was it was his first year of recruiting, but his second year of coaching, he was an assistant at Villanova.
Okay.
Pat Chambers. Shout out to Pat Chambers. And yeah, he recruited the hell out of me and was like, yo, we get you here, we get your boy Trav, we get HJ. I'm like, let's do it. The BU. I'm in Boston, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Boston. Great city.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Great city.
I had mixed reaction to the city. I'd
Did you
say
been
that.
there?
Yeah. I did a couple of events out there, and it just wasn't always the most inviting to African American.
I hear that a lot.
individuals.
I think my experience was probably different because I was sheltered on
Yeah.
the campus.
Yeah.
I think I was sheltered,
Yeah.
and then my interactions when I was in the city, I didn't have with a lot of people, because a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
A lot of Black
A
people.
very,
say
a
that.
very, it's a very nice, like aesthetically pleasing place to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd say that. It was
Yeah.
nice to be out, the buildings and
yeah,
the parks
The
and
parks
all
is
that. It was
nice, yeah.
nice. It was, the food was good too.
yeah. It's fire. It's
It was
it's a
good.
nice
It was
little vibe,
good,
but then
but
I
then-
hear that a lot.
But then there's this this little like
Undertone.
underlying,
Uh-huh.
like I feel like I was in Get Out a little bit. Like
That's crazy you say that, because like I said, you're not the first person that I hear that from.
Yeah.
And I'm
So-
like, oh, was it that bad?
And
No,
again,
yeah.
again,
I was
and
sheltered.
I'm not saying it happens to everybody, but it happened to me
Yeah.
when I was out there. I
Okay.
wouldn't say I wouldn't go back. I would just say I'll be a lot more aware now.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of the situation going forward. But be you.
Yep. Not Boston College. Boston University.
Be you.
Boston University.
How'd you do there?
Oh man, freshman year started. Then we go to the tournament, bro. We go to the tournament. We play against the Morris Twins. Like I said, been in Philly. We half our team from Philly. We ain't not scared. We had transfers. Two of them was from the Philly school, Ryder in LaSalle. So we wasn't scared. Had a Marquette transfer. We like, bro, we at them. Yeah, that's what I said. We had a great team.
Oh,
man.
my boy.
Yeah, Pat Hazel. Shout out to Pat.
My boy Pat Hazel. I ain't gonna expose Pat nickname with us on here.
You know, that'll be off camera.
Another
Yeah,
episode.
we love you, Pat.
Maybe, yeah.
My guy.
So where'd you land in the tournament?
So we was 16 seed.
Okay.
So we weren't number one in our conference. I think Stony Brook was. We ended up beating them in overtime. Shout out to John Holland.
Legend. I'm like, yeah, shout out to
John
Holland.
Holland. He did it LeBron and put us on our back. He was a real leader. He backpacked that game. We was down something crazy like 15 with like 3 minutes left. 20.
Eesh.
He backpacked
And just took the whole team on his back. And
yeah,
just,
but it was like certain plays he ran off 8 straight. Then I hit a big 3. Then the freshman. This all freshman. So fast forward, get to Tulsa, Oklahoma, play Kansas. We dog fighting. I think we up 1 at halftime. Get down to the last 3 minutes. Then we just lost it, man. We just lost it 3 minutes. But that was a great team. Like that team, if I named all the people that was on that team, bro.
At that point in college.
Stacked. I think they won it. They won it that year. They won it that year. But I think we were the only team that played them that close that year in the tournament.
Nice. They was rocking at that point.
Yeah, they was rocking. So then come back. We in the summer. I'm like, yo, that's what the tournament for like. And we had everybody coming back, but John Holland. He left to go overseas. Whole team coming back. Coach leaves. Dagger in the heart.
Yeah, that's everything right
Dagger
there.
in the heart. He goes to Penn State.
Changed a lot for you.
That's a big money jump though.
Dude's talking
From
about
BU
we
to
about
Penn
to-
State is probably crazy.
Oh yeah,
bread.
he got
crazy
paid.
bread. I
He
can
got
understand
paid.
it. I can understand the move.
What from at that time we were because now we're in the Patriot League. So
Yeah.
at that time I think we was in the America East.
Mm-hmm.
That was our conference. So like Binghamton, Albany,
Mm-hmm.
UMBC. That's
Yeah.
like Maine.
Yep.
That's like our conference.
Yeah, up in north.
Yeah, man. People talking about they want to leave. I'm like, how y'all gonna leave? We just
Y'all just get a good
we
run.
just got a good run.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, coach, this your first recruiting class, and we get you to the tournament. Like,
I
So
know.
why you gonna leave?
It was
But I
business,
think
though.
that's what
If
it
it's
is.
one thing
It was
about them
business.
college
If they see
coaches,
the-
it's business.
trust
They
me, I
see that
know.
money.
I've been
They
through
out
that shit
the
myself.
door, man.
I'm
Out
like,
the
damn.
door.
Mike, shout out to my
it's
guy,
just
Tom
like,
Crean.
But we just were talking about how y'all make a decision for y'all family.
Yeah.
Same thing goes
Yep.
with those coaches.
Yep. So
They got to make a decision for their family too.
This is true, what you understand
Yeah.
later, but in the
that-
middle of
in
the
the
thing,
heat
you
of the
ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
And bro,
Like,
yeah.
and it
I found
happened
out
so
my
fast.
college coach Tom Crean was going to freaking Indiana on ESPN after
was
we
hurt,
lost.
huh?
Hey,
I mean, not hurt. Like,
It's just wild.
You know, and me and TC, like, we good now. So, like,
Yeah.
you know, I appreciate everything he did for me in my career and just, like, how he, like, molded me to be a piece of the person I am today. But at that point, it's like, bro, fuck you talking about? We number 8 in the nation. We just, like, you know.
I wish you would have talked to
And
him
we
like
just
that.
lost to
Fuck
the
you
we
talking
just lost
about?
in a dogfight to the fucking Lopez twins in the tournament. So,
Yeah.
you know, and heartbreaking game that we
Yeah,
lost.
man.
And we like, all right, cool. We got most of our squad returning. Like you said, we about to run this shit back
About to
for
run
my
it back.
senior year. 'Cause I've been through 3 years with
Yep.
TC, you know. Senior year, he upped and jumped to Indiana. And we like, man, what the fuck?
I
Like,
hit you with the
we about to get lit, you know. We about to
Deuces.
get this shit rocking the next year. But again, that shit just happened. It's just kind of like, yeah. Well, we understand now, but at that point, it was like, bro, fuck you on. Like,
It's
what you mean?
difficult. It's difficult
It's
to
difficult.
experience any kind of like. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
you gotta grieve.
emotional.
You gotta
You
grieve.
tied into the
That's a heartbreak.
It's a
program.
loss.
that's a heartbreak.
It's a
Yeah,
real
it is.
loss. You're
Yes, it
losing
is.
somebody, and
For
that's,
sure.
especially when the team dynamic is heavily dependent upon the coach. And
It's
how,
all in college. It's all
Yeah.
dependent on the coach.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
your coach sets the tone for your program.
Exactly.
The players follow suit, and then they go out there and play games.
and they execute. Yeah.
But-
So once you lost your coach, how did that affect the team dynamic? Where did that leave you?
Yo,
What happened?
everybody was just like everybody was lost. Some dudes was trying to transfer. I'm like, because it ain't no portal. Because this is around the time, like, if you transfer, you sit out.
Yeah.
So it's like people making phone calls, and I'm
red
like,
shirt.
man, I don't even
Easy
know.
red shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a red shirt, so you lose a year.
That's crazy.
So it's like the chances. I'm like, bro, I'm at the end of the day, my goal was to get to college. I got to college on a full ride, and I'm at a great
you wrote it out.
University, Boston University. So answer the question, I was like, I'm staying. When I talked to my mom about it, she's a nurse, and when she would talk to her friends or just name drop the school, like, oh yeah, my son's at Boston U, everybody's like, oh my God, yeah. Like, I didn't know how prestige the Boston University was, but like
college,
the other people that aren't black will be like, your son is at
that
Boston.
aren't black.
That your son is at Boston University.
Yeah,
So like, just
that shit hold weight.
yeah, it holds weight. It holds weight. So I was
yeah.
like, you know what? I came here for academics. I'm staying. And
made the most out of it.
yeah, I made the most out of it. And we we missed out on going to a tournament my senior year. We lost in the championship.
Yeah, man. But from there, big career overseas.
Yeah, big
9
career
years,
overseas. First year, so finish school. First year, go to Israel. Play there. Loved it. Beautiful country, bro. It's sad what's going on over there, but
it's a good place.
It's a good place. We ain't
got that much time. We ain't got that much time.
We got to move on.
It's a beautiful place there. It's how I could compare it is like a Miami.
Interesting.
It's like Miami. It's like a baby New York surrounded by beaches.
A baby New York surrounded by beaches.
Yeah, no, that's all the reviews I get. I've never been there personally.
Interesting.
But my boy Jarrell, McNeil, he played over there for a few years, so he kind of gave me the lay of the land and stuff. He always used to try to get me to go out there while I was playing overseas, but it never would really line up. Or when I could go, I was like, damn, my season's over here. Should I shoot to Tel Aviv real quick? And I'm like, nah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go home.
You should have went. He says.
I should have went. I know.
Vibes
I know. That's one of the things when I was overseas, I'm mad at myself for not doing, which is taking that trip to Tel Aviv, because I is stupid out there for a lot of different reasons. A lot of different.
I wonder what one of those
reasons
could be.
to chill.
The food.
The food.
Yeah. I can get down with that.
The food.
The EFS family. Like, comment, subscribe if you believe that was the reason.
The food.
Like, comment, subscribe.
I know I used to get some DMs from some Israel,
some chefs in Israel.
Yeah,
chefs.
Awesome, man.
Special dishes.
Awesome. Man,
Special
that's
dishes.
wonderful.
That's a lot of DMs from some great chefs in
Make
Israel.
sure you get some hummus.
Some hummus.
All of that.
Yeah,
all of that, man.
All that.
Yeah, man. So we got.
We can go keep going on your joint a little bit more later on. I know we're gonna travel into.
Now we're gonna get into because later on we're gonna circle back and talk about after the professional thing, like what it's like to be in the real world. Something that we both experienced. So I want to get your take on some of that for sure. But first, while we're here, we want to get your take on some other things going on in the world. Obviously, we hoop heavy, so playoffs is a big thing that we want to tap into for sure. But first up, we got to get into some social media.
Interesting.
And I'm only going to say this because I want y'all perspective on it. All right?
Yes, sir.
So on Instagram how you can't see who shares your posts. Like, say you got a reel.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have a certain type of account, like a content creator or a business account, which I swore my shit was business, but I guess it's not, or it ain't in that type of business just yet.
Maybe not.
But the reels, like you can share reels to someone else, like you can DM them to them or whatever, send it, text it or whatever to somebody else, but you can't, as the person who made the reel, see who's sharing things. And I'm only saying this now because we're in this content space, so now I'm really checking on the engagement, seeing how things is going, seeing how the post is hitting, seeing who's responding to it, what type of interactions we get. So I'm seeing the post getting shared, but then it sparked me to be like, yo, like, who's sharing this shit if I can't see it, you know? And looking in and like, yo, how I make sure my account give me the capabilities to see who's sharing it, so I can know what's really going on. Because it opened my mind up to the possibility of like hate shares, hate
shares.
So a hate share being like somebody who views your post and it's like, oh, let me fire this shit off to somebody else so we can get a quick laugh off at it,
Interesting.
If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Someone using the content in a negative way.
To share it to somebody else and be like, oh, like, you know, oh, look at
And
this
talk
bullshit.
shit.
Right.
Yeah.
But what if they're not talking shit? What if it's a girl sending it to another girl?
It could be that.
Or what if it's like, maybe this is what we got to do. Maybe it's like somebody younger than you, like this. They got this content, like this is kind of what we need to be doing.
It's true. It could be that. And
So, but your focus is just not knowing.
Just not knowing.
You don't like the fact that you just don't know.
Because if you can see who shared it, then it's like, oh yeah, my man, I know he shared. That's love. You know, that's peace. You know, from whoever shared that shit to whoever. Like I know he wouldn't share that with no ill intent,
right,
or something like that. But just not knowing, it put me in a space this past week because I'm just looking and I'm seeing a lot of the shares going out. Like, oh, who the fuck is sharing this shit? You know,
I definitely believe that there is a potential for that.
So if there's a potential of hate shares, if 100% of your shares, say if we got like 50 shares right now, how many of them joints is hate?
I think it's good to just a round number, just to be out there, throw it out there.
10%
of all your posts got hated.
You think 10?
We're gonna 10%. Do 9. We're gonna do 9.
9%?
I learned in finance that when you want to better a number or sweeten it, it's got to be odd.
Oh, odd number.
Yeah, odd number.
9%.
9%
of all posts that you post has some potential of being hate. So just write that off that 9%.
So if I put
time.
out 100.
Like you get 100 likes,
100 shares,
10 of those likes,
10 of those shares is hate.
Exactly.
9
of those. 9 of those. 9 of those.
Finance,
yeah. I'm saying I appreciate that. Give me that finance knowledge.
Yeah,
9 of those shares are hate shares.
I believe it's way higher than that.
Well, probably 15. It's probably 15.
Nah, I mean, but I want to hear your argument.
That's a good odd number. I believe it's maybe like 40, 47.
I want to hear your argument as to why.
Because people are haters. What you mean? Like, people are haters, bro.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that people are.
And I know you.
I don't believe that haters outnumber like the good people, right? I don't believe.
See, I believe it's the opposite.
You think the haters outnumber the people that are positive?
Nowadays, hell yeah.
I think y'all spoke about this on, I don't know what number of the podcast, but it was like the entitlement of support.
Yeah, that was a few ago.
I don't think that's hate, but I think it's that what you talked about, the entitlement. Like they're not entitled to support you, so rather than not liking it, they'll just send it and share it. And it's like I'm not entitled to support you and like it, but I'm gonna just share it and send it out.
So see, that's to me is neutral. That's not negative. Or
no,
positive.
I didn't say it was negative.
No. That's what I'm thinking that it is. Like I think there's a greater number of people that are neutrally sharing versus positive, like out of blind loyalty or just like automatic, like, all right, that's my people's. I bang with you, so automatic, I'm just going to do it without even really being conscious of whether it's good or bad or I like it or dislike it. If you throw it up, I'm liking and I'm sharing and I'm subscribing.
Because that's
which
my
you should
thing.
do, EFS family.
Nah, facts, all of that. My perspective is this: like, if I'm supporting and it goes along with what you kind of just said right there, but I like when I rock with someone, I'm an overwhelming support kind of person. Like, you know, not overwhelming to say like I'm going too hard to make it seem like I actually fuck with you, but I'm like genuinely like, yo, yeah, check out my bro shit. Like, you know, like even your joint earlier, like when you posted, I'm just like, my man retired. So, you know, that's big. Like it ain't a thing to say that you're entitled to that from me, but I'm a person that if I fuck with you, I do it in a way that like it's loud. You know what I'm saying? You know,
not everybody loud though.
No, I get that, and I've understood that even more so now. Again, relating it back to what I said weeks ago, like you're not entitled to someone to actually go and be as loud as you. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I like to do that just because it gives me the feeling of like this is how I want to champion the people that I really rock with, I fuck with. You know. Whether it gets you any kind of notoriety, whether it gets you closer to whatever your goal is, cool. But you know, just know I'm watching. I'm looking to see what you're doing, and you know, if it's out there for me to be someone that can pass on the word or something like, or just grow your platform, or even like it ain't even necessarily the platform. It's just like, if I fuck with you, yo, definitely I'm gonna repost that. You know, just because like this my people, this I fuck with. Sometimes it's like, yo, just to show in solidarity that you are a friend of mine. You know. So that's how I give it up, more so than not, you know? So for me, when I understand that not everyone's like that, it's cool. I get that. But me, it's the whole nother side of it that it's a lot of people out there that usually be watching your shit probably hating a little bit. But when you start doing things that they feel like they can't do, or they feel like you shouldn't do, it opens up the hate.
I agree with that, but I don't want to go as far as saying that the notoriety that you get also brings about an expectation of more hate. I think that there's a level of you doing something in a positive way, in a way that cultivates more positivity, right? Because you are the drop in the ocean, and that ripple effect can be. Yeah, I go to my page right now. I'm a heavy oversized man doing a podcast with an athlete. They could rip me to shreds every episode if they want to say anything about, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we don't see that in the comments. We don't see that reflective of the what's being said.
But that's why it's silent hate is what I'm saying.
You say, but if it's silent, then I don't give it any power or any kind of like, I don't allow it to give anything, because if you don't got the boldness to even stand up and be proud on the hate, then that's cowardice. That's not hate. That's
100%.
Yeah, that's different to me.
And it's never to say nothing actually stops the mission.
No, I definitely believe that.
I just find it funny, like silent hate. And sometimes
I'm sure it happens, bro.
I'm sure it happens too.
I'm definitely sure it happens. Like, you're not wrong, because like being overseas, firsthand, like you got teammates, local dudes.
Yep.
The locals will start and then
hating on you.
They start hating because you'll come in off the bench and go crazy, hibachi style.
Hating on you.
Hibachi style is crazy.
Hating on you on the court. They hate on you with the girls. Hate on you with the girls. If you the man in the town on the team and you got some girls that's interested in you, them overseas teammates will hate and throw mad salt in the game.
But they'll say it though.
No, they won't. You'll find out through the girls.
Really?
Non-verbals, bro.
You'll find out through the girl.
Or non-verbal. So okay. If I'm coming off the bench,
Right.
I'm cooking. And the starter who I'm replacing, his minutes start going down. The coach start playing me more. Overseas, like when you're playing, it ain't about who's starting the game. It's the closer.
Interesting.
So if you in that last 4 minutes and you closing the game, that means the coach trusts you,
right?
Because it's a coach that's from over there.
Yep.
That's playing the Americans at the end.
Yeah.
So if that starter is not playing, he gonna feel some type of way.
So what would be the actions that?
He might talk to the point guard. It might be the local point guard, and you might a pick and pop or you on the block. He'll look you off, act like he can't pass it, and then swing it. And he'll do it 3 times in a row until you be like, "Yo, motherfucker, yo,
Give
ball, give me the ball."
Yeah.
Like, why you not passing? Or like it'll be a transition. You're under the basket. Like the post, like if your
right
teammate is under the basket, you gonna pass the ball.
Yeah.
He'll swing
go
it
to the wing,
swing it, or he'll
go
take
to the
it
wing
and miss the shot, and then that was a fast break.
And this is all happening because you're getting more ladies on the outside.
Nah, well, that's just the on-court hate. That's the on-court hate that you're talking about.
Yeah,
or you just pick up the vibe in the locker room that it ain't really like love between you and that teammate no more. Like when you first get there, it's all like, yo, like what's up, bro? Like you want to come to my house? And then it start once you taking a minute, it start getting real silent.
Passive aggressive.
And that's on the court side.
That's on the court side.
I got hate off the court.
Off the court is
I've had teammates, and again, this is finding out from the girl.
Yeah.
From the girl that my teammate was asking why she fucking with me.
Damn.
Like that type of vibe. Like
why
you fucking with the Americans?
In front of your face too.
You know he's
in front of your face though.
That's
mine was behind your face. Mine was behind my back.
I get you that. Yeah.
Talking about he's gonna leave in 4 months. Like Like
there's no need for you to be with him. You can be with me.
Exact type of shit.
But that's clown
in
shit.
front of your face. It could be
Clown
we
shit,
out
bro.
as a team.
Yeah.
It could be out as a team, and you got a shorty with you, and they speaking in their language
and hate on you on the
and
spot
try to do it like
that's why I said it could be right in front of your face, like oh da 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 da, and now your shorty off talking to him. You like, yo, everything good? Everything straight? Yeah.
Hate,
and then
bro.
da 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 da. Then you get home, there's a conversation.
Yeah.
Or the next day or whenever.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by like the silence.
Nah, I've had experience.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like at a Latin club or something like that, and it's like, why you over there with the Moreno?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
There's no reason for you to be
No
with
doubt.
him. Like
No
I
doubt.
be hearing, like I don't speak, Espanol that well, but poquito Espanol. But I can read through the lines and I can see when a nigga sneak dissing.
Yeah. So
Right. So I get it.
silent.
And you're
Yeah,
saying
body language is different.
But like when you had that experience, there's nothing you can do to stop that.
Oh, no doubt.
But that's a sign. That's a good sign, in my opinion.
that means you're doing something right.
Exactly.
If you feel that way,
if you feel like you're
100%.
getting the hate
That
shares
means you're doing something
and you're
right.
getting more notoriety based off that, then keep going.
No doubt.
Because no good deed goes unpunished.
Nothing
That could be the quote of the day
stops
if you wanted to.
mission, bro. Nothing stops the mission. And I'm not saying it is hate shares,
but
I know some of them are hate shares.
You got some
That's what I'm
confirmation.
saying. I ain't no confirmation.
I think
I
it's the
just know
ladies,
how
bro.
it
yeah,
go.
I think it's
I think it's the
I
ladies,
just know
bro.
how I go out here, and I just know that some of that
perception's
shit,
reality too, though. So if you believe it's hate shares, that's what it is. I think
That's true too.
I think that if you
It's
put
some love. I put a lot on the love too.
Yeah, I put the love, and I just like to adhere to it. At least the platform that we've created. Like, this is a podcast for self starters and those willing and believing that they're going to go above and beyond and create and succeed. Right. So if that's the case, I don't believe that those people that are looking at this pod are hating on this pod. I think they're looking at everything that we do, whether it's dealing with this pod or even outside of this pod, and they're saying, nah, I want to share these brothers, and I want to make sure these brothers are going to the next level.
Pod, yes. I agree with you on that.
You said pod, yes.
Pod, yes. I agree with you because we do got consistent, like I'm
Yeah.
looking at the numbers. So I see the consistent people, and again, I can track the location.
Yeah,
So I'm knowing where the love is coming from, you know, but social media is a whole different thing, especially when it's like, again, you can be discreet with it. So that was all. I may be, you know,
Conspiracy theory?
I'm a pessimist by nature just because I try to always look at what I can do positively, but know everything around it that can go wrong.
Yeah.
So I lean into that often just because I don't never want to act like I'm naive enough to know that there might be a sector of people that's like, you know, whether it's me, Drake, Tony Romo, whoever, you know, like there's gonna be people that, you know, that hate for just the reason of hating and for whatever insecurity levels they got with them. Whatever you're doing, you know. So that was it on the hate shit. I ain't going too heavy on it because I know I get dark and then I start calling motherfuckers out to hit me in the DMs if you really want to, you know. And I ain't on that.
Nah, ain't that deep. You got something good going on, man. We don't need your life is good, bro.
Nah, no doubt. Always.
Ain't that deep.
Always. Nah, but for sure. Moving on, man. What else we got on the list? I hear us, man. The Seals out here is creating a little.
She was upset. When she went on, after she went on the Well, it's not even just her. There's a lot of people in the I guess the media space right now, right? That are
media is crazy right now.
That are, and now we're included. So now we have to
talk
add
about
color commentary to the things
it.
that's going on in the space. So Amanda Seals goes on to Club Shay Shay.
Give me the rundown
Shannon
because
Sharpe.
I saw it. I didn't get the full, and I don't like to speak on things too much.
Shannon
and I don't got at
Sharpe's-
least a little bit of a background of information on. So let me know.
Shannon Sharpe has several different podcasts, right? He has one with
Nightcap.
Ochocinco.
Yeah,
he has one
Club
with,
Shay Shay.
He has one. Yeah, he has a show obviously on First Take with Stephen A. He has his own, and the one that went super viral with Cat Williams, Club Shay Shay.
Yeah.
Now on Club Shay Shay, Amanda Seals comes on. I'm not even sure why she was the person to come on or anything like that. I don't know the ins and outs of what this.
She ain't even like got shit really rolling right now.
She has some stuff that she does, like her own little radio show and stuff like that. She's out here. She moves. I'm just saying, I don't know if she had something specific, and I got to make sure I do my research before I come out here.
I bet.
But the main key thing is there was a moment on the podcast where she was speaking to him, or he was speaking to her, and he blurted out, "Your mom is white, right?"
Amanda Seals' mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is not accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And then she tried to correct him, and he still went further and was like, "Oh, yeah, is she West Indian, right? Or your dad's black, your mom's black, your dad's white."
Yeah.
And he just basically was miscategorizing her heritage, her culture, and her ethnicity.
Can't do that nowadays.
And
yeah, facts.
it was like all it took was probably a little bit of research that could have been done. And I think the overarching thing is when we come into this media space, it's very important that we do our research, right? Because we don't want to create misinformation and just misreport on topics and things like that. Now, I don't know if this is, Shannon Sharpe being like a bad guy in the scenario. I don't want to read too much into it to what I believe is just him being, still learning in some aspects of the media side of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't his first career. It's his second, maybe third.
He's still learning.
Yeah, he ain't been in
So-
that long.
So again, I'm giving him grace, but I just look at that kind of situation and want to see what your take is on that, basically.
So more or less just him misrepresenting someone
What is other layers to it in terms of,
or just the misinformation portion of it?
If that's all you want to respond to, that's fine. But I'm saying, like, is it important that we get those things correct as Black men when speaking to Black women? There's a lot of layers. I'm just a lot of layers that comes into. Are we? You know, because she's coming on his podcast, and there's a dynamic in Black communities already. With,
but you know, they say Shay ain't, you know, he ain't down with the.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of layers. There's a lot of layers. Go ahead. I'm just gonna let you go. Like, just take. You got my proffer.
Say
go ahead.
If he goes to the grocery store, he's not getting the wheat bread. More or less is what. You know?
I don't know what. He gets.
And this is all alleged. I'm not saying.
I don't know what he gets when he goes to grocery stores, man.
The yellow bread. He get the yellow bread.
I thought he was eating hummus. I thought he was eating hummus. Out here in Israel eating hummus. What y'all?
Non bread.
The naan?
Yeah, you getting a naan.
The naan be fire. A little cheese naan.
It's fire. It's fire.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, so before watching that podcast, I don't want to say I didn't like Amanda Seals.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like her character in Insecure.
Okay.
So like
the character was a little.
Yeah, it was a little not like bougie, standoffish, which is fine.
It's a role. She plays a role.
It's a role.
Yeah,
so like after that, I didn't do my homework. Like you said, who she really was, and then after watching that, like I gained a lot of knowledge. Like she's a very smart Black woman. She's been through a lot.
Yep.
She was kind of undressing everything that was going along her journey with like the acting and being from Orlando. So I was just like, that's impressive. Like, you know, we all overcome things, and just to hear what she had to go through, I'm like dang, like we all got a story. You know, it was good that, you know, I got to hear that and get to know her better as a person, because now I'm a huge fan. So
word.
Yeah. So
I mean, for me personally, if I'm gonna go to the Shannon Sharpe aspect of it, I mean, you got to do your due diligence. Unless it's just completely stated that this is for jokes, this is for like satire, this is just because I'm shooting the shit, none of this is actually accurate, then yeah. But his platform usually
is a little bit more
right. It's a little more, you know, white collarish of a platform to say like, yo, we really hit it outside of the Cat Williams and some other interviews he had too, but. He usually leans into more like the person's story. So if you got somebody on the couch, you better fucking right. No, like to be talking about their family, if I don't know your mama's white or something, I'm not gonna bring it up.
Exactly.
So, you know, unless it comes up in conversation between me and the guest, but you know, so
I think the biggest thing is we got to figure, like, I think Shannon, OG,
get him, bro,
Uncle, I appreciate you, Uncle Shay Shay. You are going to go through like peaks and valleys with this entertainment and media. This is just another bump in the road for you. I don't think like it's going to be like canceled Club Shay Shay. No one's going to do that. But what I do believe is you still have to define what that podcast or what that show truly is, right? Is it a couch where people can just let it all out? If so, you really don't need to do much. You really just got to let them and maybe just craft it and polish it up a little bit. But I feel like sometimes you get caught up in trying to be Barbara Walters in your swag, and it's not you, bro. Just have a good time having good conversations with really dope and amazing people, and we're going to watch. We're going to support. At least I know I am. I'm going to speak for myself. And I think sometimes because you've gotten that Cat Williams platform puts you in a whole new stratosphere of eyes that you're trying to be
in the Matrix
2024.
Yeah, you're trying to be this thing that I think is not you. And I think that's where at least for me as a listener, as a person that enjoys you, just be you, Shay Shay. Like don't get caught up looking like the dude, looking like he was on First Take with the makeup on, like a damn fool. Looking like a damn fool that episode. Don't get caught up like that. They got you because they were dressing you up to do that. They did that on purpose, and I'm gonna go another day on that. But what I'm trying to say is, don't have these people out here making you look like a fool. And I think that to me is what my biggest gripe with Club Shay Shay in that episode with Amanda Seals is that there's people that should have done that work for Club Shay Shay.
He got a team.
I know.
He has a team.
And if they failed and misrepresented Amanda Seals, I think it was intentional for him to look bad. and that's my personal.
You think his team did him bad?
I think there's other powers at play, and I don't always say that but I always go.
That's different.
I always go. I wonder.
It's the get back.
It's the that small subtle thing that now he's tripped up in the middle of a podcast, bruh.
Bro, I'm telling you,
that happens, bro. It's the
back.
subtle. You talking about hate shares and low key hate? That's a low key.
I'm not
hate
saying
move.
it's not possible.
Yeah.
I think he kind of knows who his team. And this is my take on Shay, because off of everything you just said, like I do want to shoot him some grace just to say that you kind of, when you're in his position, you kind of have to become more than who you are, if that makes sense. Just because you rising in the ranks, like ever since he left first, not First Take,
Skipping Shannon,
Shannon's Undisputed, excuse me.
Yeah.
Ever since he left that show, he been hot as a fish grease.
On fire.
But even before the Cat Williams shit, he signed with First Take. That was a whole big thing. Him coming on with Stephen A. We know Stephen A. hold messages to promote Black voices and everything, especially on his platform. So that was a big move. So after that happens, the conversations start changing around who you are after you already had a successful career in the media space for years now. And overcoming the early lumps for him was something that he had to do and take a lot of shit from. They used to talk about his voice. They used to talk about how he can't speak and this country motherfucker, all that. So having to even overcome, that's what we love, but people also got to go through their own mental paces with that shit too.
Yes, bro.
Because if it's something that you hearing, and not for nothing, I know people, entertainers, all that shit say, oh, I don't get into the comments and all this other shit, but this why I fuck with, and we ain't gonna go to a whole conversation about it, but this why I fuck with Cardi B, because she's open and honest to say that all that hate that this shit gets to me. So I don't know if Shay is mentally like solid enough to say like, oh, okay, they think I sound like a country bumpkin asshole. Like, I'm just gonna rock with it, and he rocks with it to a certain extent. But I think he's trying to be him, but also be him in a way that is presentable to reach a bigger and bigger audience, especially after the Cat Williams shit. So his interviews after that have been big and a little bit different as far as how he's presenting himself. And
he came after.
I don't know if his team fucked it up or whatever, but I do think that sometimes is you got to do the research or have somebody do the right research. So it's a moment. I ain't gonna get canceled or none of that shit.
No, I don't.
But I do understand someone having to grow out of themselves a little bit, because in my own small way, like, to even get to levels that I have in my life and be around conversations where I'm in Europe with the predominantly, we know what people is over there.
Now.
Like, I got to understand how to be myself authentically, but then still be able to be in a room to not make someone else uncomfortable. Because my goal is never to make someone else feel like they can't be in a space with me, promote me to higher levels, or just be someone who can get me to the next step, especially if that's what I'm looking for. Because I'm not having these conversations to say I'm about to be friends with all these motherfuckers. A lot of it is like, this is business and I got to put myself in the right place. So you got to clean it up a little bit, like, code switch and all that other shit, and still try to do it in a way that's organic to you. So I think he's doing a good job of trying to balance things out. But I don't know. The Man of Steel.
He might have had a misstep on this.
Yeah, it was a misstep. It's just a straight misstep. Like, you gotta know. You gotta know if the woman's mom is white. Players mess up.
Like, players mess up.
Yeah,
for sure. So
as long as he's not trying to just jump, like, it's not a good idea to try to skip a step, to go from one essence where you are beloved in the Black community and we appreciate you, and just because you get on a higher platform, you try to skip the step and now want to turn into Barbara Walters because, oh, I got the white people looking now, I got to make sure I change up. Like, I just don't want to do that. I that's all I'm saying, Shannon. You are good.
For sure.
I'm gonna give you grace on this one, but don't skip the step and try to just think that you're gonna be able to pivot straight to the next level without doing the work, because it's a lot of work. I mean, you know, because you came from entertainment and then went in front of the camera.
A lot of responsibility.
You had to take some time. You had to make sure you was ready for this transition over. And I respect you so much more because you was like, yo, I want to do this. But it took you about, I think, a year from you telling me you wanted to do it to us actually doing it. Like, it was a good amount of time. You know what I mean? So
you got to be mentally ready, like spiritually ready, all those things. Because once you step into it, you're gonna go through all kind of like, and I can't even imagine where we going, because at this point we in it now, and I'm just boots on the ground, and it's just a grind with the goal in mind. But even from freaking episode 1 to episode 12. I've learned so much and tried to be able to tailor myself in a way to be someone, again, who's organic to me, because I'm never going to not be me.
Right.
But still someone who could connect on the masses, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if the goal is that, then you got to be able to code switch a little bit, because you're not going to be your truest level of yourself. And I think the nightcap, at least for Shay Shay, is something where he's like, all right, I'm going to lean
just
into
be me,
a little, but, you know, when it comes to Club Shay, and that's what I like about the content space for a lot of these people who have multiple platforms. Like even, for instance, Stephen A., like his day job is at ESPN, but he got his own whole platform that now gets promoted on ESPN just because he's that much of a bigwig with the Stephen A. Smith podcast, you know? Where he can do his own thing and disconnect. But even that, he still ain't going to be his rawest Stephen A. self when the mic get cut off, you know?
Exactly.
So you got to balance a lot of that shit out. But, I mean, misstep for Shay Shay. Misstep.
Yep.
And again, and no skip steps, which leads us right into the next topic. Because, you know, I think this is one that I got a little bit of smoke for, a little bit of heat. Nothing too crazy.
Interesting.
About one of my posts.
Oh, you going to read the post?
Should we read it?
I think it's important.
It is important.
It is important.
All right, man.
If you got the post, because I mean, when I saw this, I was like, we're gonna have to talk.
You hit me right after.
We're gonna have to talk about this.
You hit me right after
on the podcast,
and that's cool. And I'm
Dom,
here
you
for
haven't seen this post, have you?
No, I have not.
Okay, I think it would be imperative. Word of the day, imperative. I think it would be imperative for you to hear the words of the quote,
right,
and then I want your reaction, because I've already had a reaction. And I want your blind reaction.
I got you.
Yep.
I got you.
So the post reads, and this was on my threads, and I put it on my Instagram story because I do everything that's on my threads. I put it on my Instagram story.
Go ahead, man.
And should I give them context or should I just go into it?
I think just seeing the comment, because that's how I saw it.
Okay.
Just seeing the comment so they can.
All right, so comment first and then context.
Yes.
All right, fine. We'll do that. This is a D. Burke-ism. This ain't the quote for the day, but we're going to roll with it.
No, it's not.
It's not the quote for the day. It's on Waldo today. So this is just a D. Burke-ism that's leading into the topic. From here on out, quote me, from here on out, you can no longer be considered a quote-unquote baddie. You know, can't be considered a baddie with a bad or non-existent fitness regimen. Sorry, ladies, but all the surgeries, the enhancements, and Ozempic can't save you. The physical facade will never trump working to make the most out of what God gave you. To each their own, but keep that fake shit away from me.
Oh, my man was.
And I said under it, look, I said some of y'all cards getting revoked, like the baddie card.
Listen.
The baddie card.
The opinions of D. Burke are not indicative of the EFS podcast or its affiliates. Go ahead, though, bro. Your reaction.
I'm standing on it.
Go,
man.
Yeah, no, I want his reaction.
What do they call when you talking bad about somebody? What's that they say what's that saying?
Body shaming?
Not body shaming. It's it's like when you talking about somebody what you not. You doing it indirectly.
Indirectly?
Yeah, but
I don't know what that means.
What's the saying?
Shading?
Not shading.
Okay.
It's popular. It's gonna come back to me.
All right.
But my reaction to that, man, D, hey, sound like you body shaming, bro. I agree with you to a certain extent. Like, okay, from my experience, we got what's her name? Bernice
Burgos.
Okay, yeah. Her surgeries don't look like surgeries.
Her surgeries don't look like surgeries.
Like, I think she got.
But does that make it any better?
No. Hold on. I'm not.
All right, go ahead.
Let me
I'm
just playing devil's advocate.
I'm ready to.
He been going off on me too.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, her surgeries
off.
don't look like surgeries. She must have a fitness regime because it don't look bad, right? But then you got, like he's saying, to me, natural is beautiful. Like, I love a little cellulite, but that don't mean you fat. I like a little stretch marks. You could still be fit and not have a crazy workout regime. Like, just I know a lot of women that just walk and they're skinny.
But I didn't say it has to be a crazy workout.
So now provide context. This is the time you get to provide the context.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, please. No, I want you to provide the context. Because, I mean, I just saw an initial comment, and I was like, we got to talk about this.
Right.
And now, but you took shots at a bunch of things inside of the one aspect.
Mike's comment was with a bad or non-existent fitness regimen. And I know fitness regimens can be a whole host of things. I'm in the fitness community now, like, you know, so I've seen it for going on 5 years on like, I'm heavily involved in this. So I do understand that a regimen does not have to be what I do. It doesn't have to be the craziest, highest level, but I'm talking about something. To upkeep yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, in that way.
It speaks to a bigger problem with your statement, because it assumes two things. One, that just because she has surgeries and she's bigger, she doesn't have a fitness regimen. Two, then it opens another can of worms, because then what determines a baddie? Because can you be a plus size baddie? Can you be a
yes? So
then your initial statement of
there's some plus size baddies on the gram. I'm liking every post.
But
they
that's
put
what
up
I'm
there.
saying. Then, so how can it be that her baddie card's revoked if she still has a fitness regimen and she's still plus size?
But you got to listen to what I said.
What
I said? Nothing trumps doing the work to make whatever the best out of what God gave you.
I understand that.
So yes,
but
there are plus size baddies.
The card is revoked though. That's the thing.
But we can't do no enhancements.
That's what I'm saying. Like you saying,
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
You said the card's revoked.
I said some of y'all shit getting snatched as far as baddies.
But how are you determining
what
it?
I do? Determine what?
The baddie. Like what determines the baddie?
The baddie to me, and I'll stand on this hill. The views of D. Burke are not indicative of the EFS podcast
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, come on, dog.
To me, the baddie is someone who is, again, doing a great job of upkeeping or naturally enhancing what they do, because the other stuff is a literal facade in a way.
Interesting.
Like, because it's not really you paid for it, you went under the knife for it, and if that makes you feel better, then my opinion, fuck me at the end of the day.
No, I know.
I'm just speaking to my perspective, and a lot of people that I know, I ain't gonna say no names, but I know a lot of people that feel like me in this way. But if you did all those things to then make yourself that attractive, to me, it's not really natural.
But what about the boob situation?
That's another option.
Like if a
like if you got a boob job?
Yeah, like if your lady had kids and her boobs are sagging, she get a boob job to just get it back. Which, like, does that matter? Or are you talking about like BBLs and
I'm really talking the BBLs.
Oh, you talking
tits
that? Okay.
that ain't really like, you know, and
like
I
taking out the rib and making this
all of that shit. Like, to me, that shit
wild.
is like exactly, and that's
these
are the people that they're promoting beauty as, and I think that sends a wrong message to a lot of people, not just women, people in the world. That for the ladies, this is what you got to look like, and for the guys, this is what you have to shoot for as the person that you are trying to court.
But doesn't your comment also feed into the other side of that narrative as well? Because now these women that did all that work still ain't bad. So now it makes the
but
attempt.
They think they bad.
But here's my one point. The point that you're trying to make is that beautyism, or the societal beauty standards that we've created, have gotten so far out of control that people are seeking surgeries and all this weird stuff in order to be beautiful. And then you're saying even after they do that, they're still not beautiful. So they're still not the baddie. They're still not like. So to me, but to counter that point, I think we need to redefine baddie in the opposite direction. I feel like every female's the baddie then. Because to me, whether it's fake or it's real, as long as you in your heart feel confident when you walk out the door and you feel like your presence, right? When you step in front of the mirror is something that you value and you appreciate, you a baddie. It shouldn't even be something that's subjective to every person's personal taste, because if that's the case, then you're going to marry every person out here? Only person that got to be happy with it is the person that put the ring on it. Like, I love my beautiful, beautiful black queen, right? And I know she's a baddie, and she's not on no surgery and all that, which I'm grateful for as in my personal, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, if she said, hey, I think I want to get a tummy tuck, I'm not going to say, oh, no, you're no longer a baddie now because you got a tummy tuck. Or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not going to look at you
In a negative way.
In a negative light, simply because you chose to feel more confident in the skin that you're in. It's your choice.
Facts. And that's why I said my opinion is a drop in a bucket of water. So if you love who you like how I look, fuck me. I'm just giving you my perspective. And I'm going to tell you where it started from because it was I'm not going to say no names because the person is somewhat semi-notable.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got some motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that way. Woman was fine before the
situation she did.
Before all of that.
BBL?
You know? Nah.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about enhancements, facial enhancements, and then most recently started taking Ozempic to lose 10 pounds.
Now I have a personal
10 pounds plus.
I have a personal joint in that.
That's fine. And I want you to this is what sparked the comment because for me it's literally like you was fine anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is up here that's telling you I need to make this look better, and then now you doing things to enhance that, or even not enhance, skip steps. Yeah. That's what we talked about earlier. Yeah. Skipping steps to the process. So for me, I do understand there's a sector and section of people that need Ozempic for certain things, for their own goals. Yes. And you can speak to that on your own in a second because I know, I'll leave that to you because you have a real experience with that. Mm-hmm. But for me, if you can do something like physically capable of working out, physically capable of taking the steps to put in, so whatever level of a regimen to achieve that goal, and there's chicks who can build an ass. There's movements that are, there's chicks that I know that are trainers or whatever, and they show the old pics, and the ass wasn't assing like that until they started working on it. Now it's assing, right?
Yo.
Or a person again who now it's assing. Yeah. So now from there, if you're a person that is 10 pounds heavier than you want to be, and you want to get to 10 pounds lighter, there are literal steps that have been written throughout history that this is achievable in this way.
Yes.
But skipping the steps to do it by shortcutting and saying, yo, I'm going to take Ozempic now because, and if you need it, you need it. I understand that.
Go ahead.
My problem.
Nah, this is just real crazy because this is personal, but I'll put it out there on the pod. So when I was in Switzerland, we won my last time in my last time in Switzerland.
Yeah. You was with Freeburg, right?
I was with Freeburg. No, I went to Neuchâtel for my last time. So
Neuchâtel, my bad.
Before that, I won a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
My coach, first of all, I'm not fat. I'm just a strong built man.
No doubt.
Every day, because this was during the pandemic. This is the pandemic season.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, this man weighed me. This man weighed me every day. He wanted me to be at a certain weight. So I had to weigh in every day until literally the playoffs started.
Damn.
So just piggybacking off what Dwight saying, I had to be okay with myself.
Yep.
But I know that I'm not fat.
Right.
So but I still had to weigh in. So I had to put my pride to the side. I had to put so it was like he was body shaming me.
Yep.
And I had to be at a certain, it was just a number. I had to be at 115 kilos.
Mm-hmm.
Or not 115, 105. He wanted me at 105 kilos.
Right.
You at 105 kilos ain't even you at your best self.
Exactly. So he wanted me somewhere crazy, 110.
I was
and I'm like, bro, I'm at 115. My body's just retaining. It ain't going down. But I was like, okay, whatever. So I'll go into practice, do whatever we do, weigh in after.
Nice.
And I'll be 112. It'll just fluctuate because my body ain't supposed to be there. But just going back what he's saying, no, did I want to take enhancements? No. I was like, I'm going to put the work in. Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. But I'm producing on the court. You ain't just going to fire me. We end up winning the championship. So,
nice.
But whatever that was for him, maybe it was mental, trying to mentally get in my head, trying to see if I was going to quit.
That's a good point, too.
I don't know what his intentions were with that, but I did it. And it's just I'm a normal person, but not normal because I was doing something I love, but on a high level. Right. So it's just if someone is trying to lose weight, it's a marathon. Life's a marathon.
You can do it.
You
can do it without
That's what I'm saying.
You can do it.
No, put the work
and I hear you.
You can do it.
And all that, and not to cut you off, but even all that BBL shit, it's crazy how the chicks only get into fitness after they get the BBL because they know if they don't maintain it, that shit gonna end up looking nasty and crazy. And you spent all that money for your shit to be looking so. For me, it's there are ways, and this may be my soapbox. And going back to your point, like my nigga in college, love Tom Crean. That's one of the best coaches I ever had in my life. My sophomore year, and my teammates can attest to this because they was with me through the whole ride. Freshman year, I got into college, 235. My sophomore year in college, 255, 260. We get to college, you lifting already, so you're putting on muscle, and I'm eating stupid. Like, like I'm not really focused on the right calorie intake to maintain. So I got big. And at that point, this would change my life. And what ended up leading me to getting into like a situation, well, fast forward. When I finished playing basketball, when I shut it down and said I'm done, I said at that point, one of my missions physically was to never to make my body greater than it was when I was a player still. Because once you stop playing Michelin Men, like we always talked about already, like you fall off, you stop doing things that are active to keep yourself in a good like state. But that all really started because my experience in college. Like my college coach was like, bro, you fat. I'm talking about one time he went in on me in front of the team. I ain't even gonna say everything he said because I still want him to have success. And I understand what he was trying to do and was trying to push me to a greater level of myself, which now I appreciate so much more because look how it changed. And now everybody's like, oh, damn, bro, you still lucky like you could play now. Yeah, damn right I could play now because I put the fucking work in to keep my body in a state to, but I'm an athlete, different story. I'm talking about just the regular person who can achieve a goal, but then skips the steps to get there. Just by saying like, oh, something's available for me to pay for, I'll pay for, I can do it, it's quick, it's easy. And then that is the microwave that I was talking about before versus the slow cooked meal. Like losing 10 pounds in whatever short amount of time because you took Ozempic versus like working towards it little by little, you're seeing the progress and all that stuff. To me, that means more. And if you are already a person that was attractive before that, ain't have a problem getting men. I know the people. Like I know the people. We ain't gonna keep it like that. I know the people that she's been attached to in that kind of way. So if you're
crazy,
right? So if you're a person that doesn't have that issue, and then all of a sudden, oh, I need to lose 10 pounds, I'm gonna just take this, and then that's it. Like to me, that's lazy, kind of.
Okay,
and not to say lazy in a sense. It is.
That's cheating.
It's cheating.
It's cheating.
It's cheating.
Cheating what?
I don't like my baddies to cheat.
Like, but in the statement of cheating, there has to be a set like parameter.
Rules
are
and
you
parameters.
winning? Are you winning something? Like what are you cheating?
The
And
grind.
is there a game?
You're cheating the grind.
You're cheating the grind doesn't give you anything, but
The
what?
grind gives you a better self to
results.
The grind.
Exactly.
I thought she got the results though.
Yeah, she got it. Like you
Does
said.
it feel the same?
There's an old song. I don't care how you get there, just get there if you can.
I care.
Over hills and mountains we go.
I care how you get
What I'm
there.
trying to make is look. I'm not even against the statement that it's cheating, that it's skipping steps. We can agree on that. I'm in the same boat. I even take Ozempic. Mind you, you don't get automatic. I take mine for diabetes.
All right. So
that's
put
a different.
that out
That's
there,
a different caveat.
because that is a qualifying statement,
Right.
to
But
make it a different conversation.
But
around
what I'm
you
saying
personally.
is there's a potential you may lose weight. It's not guaranteed.
Facts.
Nothing is guaranteed. There's still work that needs to be done on my part and what goes in my mouth and what I do with my body. So it's not like you're just getting, it makes it easier. It's like you literally working in the gym, right? And you have the pull-up machine, and then they have the pull-up machine that's weighted so you can put your knees on it and it can help you do pull-ups because maybe you can't get to the point where you're able to pull up yourself yet. That's what it is. It's not the same. Hold on, let me finish. I gave you the floor. He be trying to jump in there. Boy, he ready though. He be ready though. He ready though. But what I'm trying to say is I'm not even, but that's not my argument. My argument with your statement wasn't the fact that it's cheating, wasn't the fact that it's skipping steps. We can agree that it is all that. But you cannot revoke people's baddie cards
Mad I took the baddie.
No, because you're saying that they went a different route to get to their level of baddiness. Listen, as long as every person, right, can go out here and look for somebody to fall in love with and be that and all that, then let them rock out how they want to rock out.
It's going to be some niggas that go.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying like the reasoning isn't that you are wrong. Like even Drizzy got a BBL supposedly, right? BBL Drizzy,
I heard.
right? BBL Drizzy out here.
Baddie card.
You got.
We taking your baddie card, Drizzy. I'm sorry. This shit is over. This shit is over.
Yo, Drizzy, you still a baddie out here? Go ahead. Nice for what? No, saying no. What I'm saying is. That's wild pause. But what I'm trying to say is
all pauses on that.
What we trying to accomplish here is not take away females anything, right? There's too many things getting taken away from females. I'm not going to sit here on this podcast and try to say, let's take one more thing.
Let's take one more
thing. But who else is a baddie?
The mentality is what I'm saying.
Come on, you know what you're saying when you say take the baddie card
because
away.
I like women.
Like, I know, that's what I'm saying. You're not saying you ain't taking no men's baddie card.
We just took Drizzy's. Pause.
But you know what I'm trying to say.
The mentality is a thing for me, and my perspective even more
Crazy,
is that it's gonna be somebody like it. I got homies with wives with fake tits, fake ass, fake all that shit.
Right.
Like I'm not, I'm
It's
not
your
knocking it. It's
your
a preference.
At the end of the day,
Right,
it's your preference.
On my platform, I'm giving you my preference.
So
He's giving his preference.
I'm not with you on that one. That's
That's
all I'm saying.
fine. I'm not.
with you on that one.
I'm in the middle. I'm Switzerland.
All the hills.
I'm Switzerland.
all
You
the
won the
hills.
championship there, so you good.
I'm Switzerland. Yeah. Shout out to all my Swiss folks.
Maybe it needs to be in the
Switzerland's
middle.
fire.
But maybe it needs to be in the middle. Maybe it needs to be. We need to empower and promote more natural aesthetics. Like, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Like
if you want to
Kendrick
touch
said,
up, if you
and
had 3 kids,
and appreciate
4 kids,
that.
and you
I
want a
do
little
agree
touch
with
up,
that. I do agree with
little
that
touch up.
in terms of if it was my child,
Not
I
a
would tell
makeover.
them to love themselves the way they are, the way God made them.
No doubt.
And I do understand that. And I can at least meet you halfway across that bridge. But I'm not going to start
Switzerland.
taking away
Somebody
aspects
got to be.
of confidence that because I mean, it's not easy to go sit on that table, just like it's not easy to go in that gym. I'm not saying if you ever had surgery, it's nerve wracking to have surgery. I just had a meniscus tear. That's all I had. When I was like, man,
No
this
doubt.
is crazy. But I'm not saying it's easy. It may not have required the same amount of determination, dedication, and time. That is one thing. But it took a lot of money, which is time is money. They say that time is money.
Go invest
So-
that shit in something else. Like,
That's fair.
What they
Like,
say,
that's fair.
what Ray Shrimp said, all my girls do yoga. All my girls do yoga.
yeah,
Hey.
nothing wrong with
Yo,
it.
yoga is great for you. Everybody do yoga.
Calisthenics, yoga, good stuff.
Yoga's great.
Good
All
for the
that
mind
shit is
and the
good
body.
for you.
Yeah, for
All
real.
I'm saying is, and I'm willing to die on my own hills alone on this one. And Switzerland and the opposing factor, like I get it. My stance is as soon as this is a good one for Remy not to be here for.
Yeah, I think that's probably that's
because Remy might interject, but
Yeah, she
I'm
might have
being-
something.
3 men on the podcast
soon
saying
as
taking
I
baddie cards away
right,
is crazy.
like well, y'all
That's
say y'all not.
wild.
I'm saying it.
I'm
So
just saying I'm in the middle.
they gonna
bro.
come for me. They gonna come
I'm
for
in
me.
the middle, bro.
Yo,
I get some.
yeah, I got you, bro.
Y'all leave
Give him some too, 'cause you in the
Dom
middle.
and
You gotta give him love, too.
Waldo.
Give him some too, 'cause you know.
I leave Dom and Waldo alone.
At the end of the day,
All
like you
I'm
said, this
saying-
your podcast, right?
Yes,
This is
that's your
this is-
platform.
Yeah,
So,
my
like,
platform,
we getting-
and
That's
all I'm
true.
saying is, ladies, if you beautiful, you're beautiful. That's all I'm saying. And if
Okay.
you got to do a little bit of work to touch it up,
There it is.
or get there and get it going, because there's the goal. Because there's some chicks, there's baddies. Lizzo might not
Lizzo
be
a
my
baddie?
cup of tea.
Is it?
Can
Is
you
she?
tell Lizzo? Can you tell Lizzo she's not?
No,
She not
I'm
what?
asking. I don't
A
know.
baddie.
I don't know. Is she
Can
a
you,
baddie or
like-
not?
I don't know.
Is she confident in
I-
herself? Yes.
And that speaks to what you're saying.
that's what I'm saying.
Be
She's
that.
Is she a baddie?
Be all of that. She ain't got to be a baddie to me. Just like the
Oh,
chick
okay.
who got the double D's that's plastered in there
Well,
ain't
yeah.
a baddie to me. So as
Like-
long as you feel good about your baddie, that's cool. I'm just
that's
making
the main
this
thing.
known.
That's the main thing.
Which is why I said at the end of it, to each their own. Because I'm going to put that out there. I know my opinion may not be the opinions of everybody else, but keep that shit away from me. Because if I'm in a club and I look at the girl and this is, again, in a different life. If I'm in a club and I looked at the girl and I
Yeah.
seen something was like, this look a little manufactured, I'm moving away from it.
a little manufactured.
Because I got the wool put over my eyes just one time, and at that point, I'm like, all right, yeah, like, nah, I know what it is.
Interesting.
And it was early in my overseas career, like
Yeah.
South America, girl down there, and we had whatever dealings, but at that point, it's just fake tits, and I
Yeah.
didn't really realize they was until I really got into the, I'm
Yeah.
like, this don't feel the same.
Yeah.
You
this
know.
ain't-
It
So
don't
I mean,
feel
but
the
where's
same.
it? Where does it end? Oh, so you a baddie? You're not a baddie if you got fake titties.
Everybody's a
but
baddie.
what about fake hair? Fake hair,
Everybody's a baddie.
fake nails, fake eyelashes.
Different. different
makeup.
to me because those are aesthetically. Those are aesthetic
They coming off,
enhancements
though.
that'll
They
come
coming
off.
They coming
A girl gonna get her hair done over and over and
if
over
the titties
again.
were detachable, you'd be all right with it?
No.
Exactly.
No,
So my
'cause they
point is,
not. You know,
but if they were, like,
hair,
if she could just go,
nails, makeup, all that other stuff, I've accepted that is a enhancement that
accessories.
Except whatever you want to call it. I call it whatever level
just
of an
seems very
aesthetic
convenient.
enhancement.
It seems very convenient that the layer of what you're allowing is in line with like stuff that's detachable and reattachable. Like that's the line. Like
Because nails and hair
that,
is like chicks been getting that done forever.
so BBLs is newer, but doesn't mean that they're not in line
So
with
the
the same.
cutoff point for me was when BBLs and all the other shit got hot. Like, that's my cutoff point for me.
All right.
After all
Some
that,
BBLs look
I
bad,
guess.
though.
it'd be bad BBLs
just
out
saying.
there.
They do look bad,
Be
though.
There's bad,
they were
there's
just
bad
better off
wigs,
not
there's
doing
bad
it.
If
hair,
we just keep
bad
it-
nails,
Nah, but-
lashes be out
But
crazy.
BBLs, you
Like,
gotta live with that, though.
Facts.
yeah.
You can get your
Yeah, you
lashes
do.
redone. If you
get-
got a
can get
bad
a
You get
BBL,
the bag, you get the BBL redone too.
Yeah,
and
but
then
it-
you just look like you
risking your life.
surgery hopping. Like,
risking your
Surgery
life.
happen. It's crazy.
Risking your life.
right?
That is crazy.
It's a dangerous surgery.
That's
People have
dangerous.
lost their lives to BBLs.
Yes, they have.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of them were the illegal
and they all
kind,
don't
but
look. Most of them shits don't look good to me. If I'm just being honest,
That's a fair
Like,
assessment. I think that
I'm
should have
just
been
talking about
if you
me.
said that.
I'm just
if you said
talking
that in
about
your
me.
post, I wouldn't even have an argument. We wouldn't even be talking about.
I'm just talking about me.
because you'd have said that. I'd be like, oh yeah, I understand that.
That
Yeah,
all
some
BBLs don't look good.
Yeah, we can live with those
All
kind of statements.
fake
But
tits don't look good.
I
to
agree
me.
with that too. But when you say y'all have to have a
I ain't say
fitness,
you have to do nothing.
You said in order to keep your baddie card, you got to have a fitness regimen.
The baddie card that I'm handing out. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, the
You said LTF was crazy, but you got to have a
Betty card.
It
you
ain't
gotta
gotta
have
be
a fitness regimen in order to be the baddie. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying the
So I'm
girls
just-
that I champion, the girls
Mhm.
that I like physically, aesthetically, it's like, okay, like she's fine, you know.
yes.
It's the ones that I know are putting that work in, and it's natural. And sometimes you can't tell. Like I said, I had the wool pulled over my eyes before, so I'm not saying that I am the
arbiter of all.
exactly. I'm
Like,
not
end all
this
be
stamp
all.
on. That's fake. That's real. Like,
is your baddie card stamped by D. Burke?
nah, the baddie card got to be stamped by me. I'm just
Gotta be
saying.
fat.
For me personally to like it. I like it.
Chum, chum.
Baddie. Swiping that, her shit is fake. Nope. Swipe on that again, her shit is real. That's nasty. Baddie. Yeah, that's
Okay.
how I give it up.
All
Like,
right.
you know, but
To me, I just because I'm not looking for it no more. You know, I'm like
Yeah.
it's like I got my baddie.
I'm not saying
I'm not saying you are either. I'm not trying to put you in there. I'm not
All
saying
right,
you are either. What I'm just saying is I just gave everybody the cards because like it's open season. Everybody's a baddie. I'm like
everybody's a
Oprah.
baddie.
Use a baddie. Hey, baddie. Everybody's like, enjoy yourselves.
Everybody
Because
love
I'm out the
yourself.
game. My jersey's in the rafters. You know what I'm saying? I got championship rings, all that. That's where
That's
I'm at.
cool.
I'm good and I'm retired. I'm out of the league.
So you just looking.
I'm not looking at all.
Not looking,
I'm not-
but like you
I'm
just
not looking at all.
seeing.
I
Not
just
looking
know,
like-
I just know that the game is still being played out there, and I don't have to worry about the game because I won.
Right. Yeah.
Like I won. I'm
You
good.
won.
I ain't worry about nobody
It's
being
true.
a baddie no more. Yeah,
But
I won.
messaging for me is very important.
He said messaging.
And I don't want these people out here thinking that shit is just the easy fix to level up your, like, it's like the video game achievements, like BBL, like it should just level up. Like, nah, like
See, if you go that route, I'm gonna challenge it then because you're saying you get an achievement. Yeah, I don't know if y'all like play like any games, video games, right? You can set the difficulty setting.
BBL, NBA player
You-
bags through.
Yeah, all you do is just all you're
he flies
doing.
you out to Mexico.
all you're doing is changing the difficulty
That's
setting.
the baddie
The difficulty
achievement.
setting is now set to easy.
The
and
baddie
boom,
level
now
up.
you
Like, you
good.
know, in COD
You
where
good.
you killing them,
good,
your
yeah.
shit go you level up for the baddies.
But I definitely don't believe that BBL or females that want BBLs are going to get the BBLs because they're worried about, you know what I mean, like your opinion on whether or not they baddies or not.
Some of them is.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
I don't think that.
I
I
don't
think they're
know.
very much in a psychological
Is that too?
place where they want to just feel confident in themselves.
Is that too? But some of them is that confidence to then achieve that
A male-
the
a male-
exceptance or like
That's
the
fair.
desire of such and such male.
Yeah, that's
They
fair.
already
You
get,
think all
I feel
these
like they
chicks is
already
tra-
get it though. I feel like they already get it. Like think about it, if a man like a girl picture, that's the attention she want, right?
True.
To some degree, yeah. I agree with
Okay.
that.
But if
But if a female like a man picture,
When did that happen? just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
I'm just saying though, like they already get that.
Yeah, I think that society does lean towards, especially on social media, towards giving female
Love.
attention and more adoration. More adoration.
Yeah.
But I don't think
It be chicks
that the surgery and makeup, and I thought for a long time it was for men, and I was listening to women talk, and I was like, oh, so they genuinely feel like, and this is me just listening and regurgitating what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
They genuinely feel better about themselves when they wear the makeup. Now that doesn't mean that they're not gonna go out and get seen by men, which also may have
That's crazy.
an effect on them as well. But I do believe that there's a layer where they're like, oh, I like just feeling confident when I get. Sometimes they just do the makeup in the house and then take it right off. Like it's just there's something that they do that they feel good about, and I don't understand it completely because we're men. We're different sides of the fence.
We don't
right?
even get makeup.
We don't get that. We get a haircut and that's it. And we straight.
Make you feel good.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a good shape up, and we straight. Maybe a fresh pair of kicks and all that. Yeah, well, stop.
Or uncle. Or
yeah, we ain't gonna go there. We're just gonna leave these men alone at doing. Because you got the man units now. The man units.
That's what I'm saying.
They do the man unit now. Where you can you get a whole shape up and get the whole hair now.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
So if my shit go ball, I'ma just go.
Here's my question: Is that I don't even know what the male equivalent of a baddie is. What's the male equivalent of a baddie?
Whatever you want to call it.
Handsome?
Yeah, that's just normal.
That's whatever you want to call it.
Right. Baby, you handsome,
and I know where you're going with this. Whatever we want to call it, yes, because it goes for guys too. Like, and I'm not saying.
So the man unit is not allowed.
Call that like.
Hold on. But women can get their weave and all that done, but a man can't get a man unit.
Nah, bro.
See this double standard shit. I don't understand how this.
I'm cool with some double standards, bro.
But
like,
why is
if your shit is going bald, just go bald. Because a lot of chicks don't even like the man unit
anyway.
anyway.
The nigga with a hairline. Us bald niggas over here struggling, right?
But you see my man, like he embracing it, right? Exactly. I'm sure the chicks that he deals with,
I hear you, but you talking real confident over there.
But I'm sure the person or people that you deal with like that shit.
I love my bald head, and I had to let mine go, and I was sad.
I'm letting it go.
I was sad. I was sad because I'm like,
letting
dang.
it go. If I ever get to that point, I'm letting it go.
I had to let it go.
I'll buy you your first shot after it goes. Because I tell you what, you say that all that confidence and bravado you got now. But once you get there,
once you do it yourself,
I done rocked the baldy before, bro. It's pictures. It's documented. I had a baldy before.
Man, but you still got a hairline.
You got a hairline. You got hair.
You still got a hairline, nigga. It's different.
I just had
you electively balded your hair. We didn't do this by choice, nigga.
Just to try it. Like, if this shit ever go bad, I'm still litty.
You want to see. Exactly. Yeah, you want to see.
All right, I'm still litty. I can get down with this shit.
Bearded bald men.
Yeah, we trying to figure out what we doing with our beard.
Bald is a thing. Like, all that shit is in. Everything is in for somebody, which is why I'm saying you can be a baddie and somebody else. Like whatever level of baddie, you can be the BBL baddie, and this dude's just gonna go. I'm just saying, for me personally, what I like, my taste, that shit ain't baddie to me. Because I like the girl that's in there crying, and I ain't even going. I'm gonna expose a little bit about myself on this. Before I even started working in the post athletically and now in the fitness, I like. Body-wise, a different kind of woman, you know? But then being in this space now and seeing like, okay, like, it's chicks that really be putting this work in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Either got a nice body already and they tightening that shit up and making it look even better, or they got, not the best body and they end up looking a little bit better from the work they put in. I'm like, oh, yo, that's fire,
that's
you know?
Dope, though.
And not even in a kind of creep kind of way, but it's like, okay, fire. Like, there's beauty in working towards that goal and then you achieving it, because the people that I see do that on a consistent basis, they a little bit more like bubbly about like what they've done, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, I've been working for this for so long, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen the pounds drop off little by little by little, and now I feel great about myself, you know? And there's beauty in that too. And I think shortcutting it is just where we at as a society. So my message is more of a stance to say like, yo, this is a problem when you think you got to do this to be that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And yes, you can be beautiful in all kind of ways. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What's beautiful to me is not beautiful to you, whatever. You know, sometimes it's all encompassing where everybody think, oh, she's fire. But outside of that, everybody got their own taste. I'm just saying, from my personal perspective, as someone who appreciates putting in the work, this goes for everything in my life. It's freaking this episode 1. Revert back.
Yeah.
So for me, that even goes into the lane of like beauty. Like, my stance is like, there's work that you can do to get a goal. And,
Yes.
and if that's achievable, again, if you're not the person that can't work out, because there are people that can't, if you're not the person that has some physical limitation and all the other things, then it's not outside of the realm of you getting to it in a more natural pathway.
Yeah.
And that's my only point.
Okay.
So
Thank
everybody's
you.
a baddie.
I appreciate that, man.
D. Burke's opinions do not have to weigh heavily with you. If you believe, if you wake up in the morning, you think you're beautiful, you think then you got it, girl. Like, go ahead.
I do want to. I want the
you
people.
know-
I want to ask the people. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that someone can be a baddie?
They're going to
with
tear
or-
me apart for
No,
this one.
talk
It's
in the
fine.
comments right now. Tell us.
Because I know
what
some
do
people
you
with
think?
BBLs too, like personally, and then I hope they don't come for me. But they also got men, so they ain't really worried about my opinion either. So
That's true too.
again,
Yeah.
fuck what I gotta say, and I'm gonna get out of here before I get my shit torn apart. So they, because this might be the one. every week it's
week
like
somebody
lean
doing
into.
I thought Beyonce was gonna get you, but
you lean
it
into
worked out.
something
And we
that
made
they
it
gonna
through.
come
I
get
was
you
like,
for.
all right, we made it.
and
All right,
we're gonna
good
get out of
stuff.
here. We're gonna basketball. There
Yeah,
we go.
right,
Something that
basketball.
everyone's a little bit more
Yeah.
comfortable with men speaking
Wow.
on because men can talk about sports.
Oh wow, that's
and
a
not
whole
women's
thing.
bodies.
Oh.
Remember that, fellas. Sports and not women's bodies. Playoff update, man. We're going to talk about it. Is it the end of an era for
Want to
call them the big three? That's what we call it?
Damn.
Interesting.
I am stop. I'm going to stop.
Interesting.
I'm going to stop. We ain't
Go
going to call
ahead.
it.
You can do
Damn, the
that.
big three. That's
That's
fighting
an interesting
words.
statement.
That's fine.
That's fighting words. That's
That's-
Kendrick.
It's,
Want
So
all the
go ahead and
smoke.
say,
stop.
yeah.
That's all we
So
got.
the
on
end
big
of the
three.
era with the
Nah,
big
man.
three.
We were avid basketball fans.
Yep.
Us too, professional basketball players.
Yep.
Like we've been tied into this game.
I was
for
in the
a
PAL
long
league.
time.
Calm down.
PAL is where it started.
I know. That's where I was at too.
Yeah,
I
no
was
doubt.
out there. Okay.
Facts.
All right.
Everybody got to start.
Love it.
Okay. 8
Never,
points, 5
never
boards.
stress humble beginners, bro. That's what we always
You
say.
just putting numbers on the board. That's all that
Numbers
matters.
up, yeah.
Nah,
I'm
facts.
just messing with you. Go ahead.
But yeah, man, the three of that have, I would say, dominated and really made their mark in this era. Stephen Curry,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more on the later side because he
Mhm.
came after the others. Well, him and KD was kind of close. And then LeBron, who's had a whole era that he's
He's
transcended,
part of
and
two
then now
eras,
he's
yeah.
trying to
Yeah, he
transcend.
had 2 errors. Yeah.
Yeah, so is it the end? Because right now we got
Hold on. Who the
Steph
third
home,
Okay. Go ahead.
Steph, KD, LeBron.
Steph, KD, LeBron.
Those three. Can we agree that those three are the three gentlemen that have carried the face, the name, the impact over a generation of maybe say 10 to 15 years? Stretch it to 15-ish,
Yeah.
20 on the higher end because of LeBron.
Without doing much lifting, I guess that's a fair.
Oh,
I mean,
those are three.
there's other names that I would interject that could possibly be arguable, but not worth the argument.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I
those
agree.
are three.
Yeah.
Is it over for these men?
Over in what sense?
They're all home. Well, no, sorry. Steph is home.
They're still playing.
By
Calm
the
down.
time this is out,
They're still
KD
playing, calm
and
down.
LeBron ass might be home too.
Yeah, I'll give them that.
So
I'll give you that. I would love to at least get one game.
do we think
From both of
the
them.
guard has fully changed over to where it's like, y'all old niggas sit down, we got it now.
Y'all
Yup.
old niggas sit down.
We got it now. The
Word.
Ant Edwards, the
Ant Edwards.
Luka
Can I
Doncic,
have-
the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, like SGA. Is it their time now to where Jason Tatum,
Luka.
like
Sad-
Luka.
sadly-
said Luka already.
Sadly.
Oh, okay.
Sadly, it is, bro.
It's the
okay.
end.
Dom says
Sadly, it is, bro.
I'ma
KD,
take
I
your
love
take.
KD,
Let me
man,
take.
and he's so special. Like just seeing that, you never saw a 7-foot guard, and the way he could just score is just crazy. But it's just like his like going to the Warriors. He got put out the year before,
Mm-hmm.
joined the Warriors. They won.
Liddy.
Then he ain't
It's
win.
Liddy for me.
He ain't win ever since. And it's just like it's sad, bro. Like I don't know, bro. It's heartbreaking. And then LeBron, he's like the Godfather. Like he is the league, and his time is just coming. And I just think
LeBron's situation, not to cut you
It's
off,
not
is
bad,
even
yeah.
crazier just because him being here this long is nuts because his era was technically Melo, D-Wade,
Yeah,
like that, that changing the guards and all of them is retired and doing podcasts now, so he's still going.
he's
But
still going.
So
And that's crazy.
he
like you
stretched
said.
out his run even longer than
Yeah.
you should as a player.
Okay.
And then I feel like Steph is just he need help. I can't tell if his age
Mm.
because he's still putting up numbers.
Right.
They all still producing.
They're
though.
producing.
They're all producing.
They're all producers. So like, I just think right now the NBA is having a problem figuring out who the next. Like, I feel like the issue is like, think about it, they're still first ballot all-stars because of the era that was before that's now.
Yep.
They're having a tough time to decipher who's the next superstar.
We already know who it is. But
He
doesn't want the job.
Yeah. But
Who?
it's just, is the NBA going to do that?
Joker.
Is the NBA going to do that?
He doesn't want the job. He
The
is.
NBA not going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
But we're having two different conversations because I'm talking. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. You could go jump.
Because here's my thing. When I look at the league now, we need a big star who's gonna take over the league and do everything. Joker fits all that bill, but he's not charismatic. He doesn't do the interviews.
He's not marketable.
He doesn't exactly. He'd rather be home playing with his horses and on a farm and just relaxing. He doesn't want to be the face of the NBA. He doesn't want to do the work that requires almost like, that's why I say, like, when it comes to LeBron, he was the best at that.
Mm-hmm.
There was no one that could outdo the political almost arena of basketball and interviews and all that. And I think, for me at least, the era isn't ending. It's basketball is changing to me as a whole, where it's not going to be the same thing that we're used to anymore. It's
You're
like,
right. I agree.
It's getting global, and it's becoming this. That's why they're doing like NBA Con, and it's becoming this almost like this different product in front of us, in front of our faces. And they're doing all these changes. They try to do play-in tournaments, all these different like NBA Cups. They're trying to make this thing global,
Yeah.
and it feels weird because we've now opened the gates. And we don't know how to filter everything through. When it used to be, all you had to worry about was the cats that's in that college that you know that was going to come up.
Mm-hmm.
You could scout and just be ready for those cats. But now you got to prepare for the global talent across the entire landscape and be ready for them coming in, because you don't know who's the star and who's not. Unless you're going to do scouting reports while you're still playing in the league. It's like, how are you going to do all of it?
I low-key feel like they competing with FIBA. I mean, not FIBA. Yeah, soccer.
Oh,
I mean, they are.
FIFA.
Yeah.
I low-key feel like they're competing because
No,
FIFA is the
100%.
biggest sport.
Mm-hmm.
They're
And
trying to make the
and
NBA
been.
basketball.
And
Oh,
been.
yeah, always been. Yeah.
Always been.
So
And
it's
I know
been-
that because when I was overseas,
Yeah, yeah.
like, you see how soccer
Shout out
is.
to Argentina. I was there when they won the World Cup.
Oh, you know where you was down
That
there.
had to be
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
I was in Argentina when they won the World
That
Cup.
was that gig I told you to stay away from.
Yeah, right. You did. You did.
Yeah. Nah,
That parade was crazy. And I'm
OD,
sorry,
bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
I had a
but-
game that day.
I do agree that they are, trying to compete to be the biggest sport in the world. Fair.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Yeah.
Basketball has changed, fair, all
Yeah.
that shit. And I believe a lot of the way basketball is now is a tribute to Stephen Curry, just because the way the game is played is a lot different because of his impact on basketball, period.
Yes.
So I agree with all of that shit that y'all saying. My question really is it the end of the era for them as far as their hold and dominance on the league in one, statistics,
Yeah.
playoff runs,
Yeah.
championship windows,
Yeah.
all that shit.
But it was over since the last championship that LeBron won, right? They
The
didn't.
bubble. That was the
The
bubble.
bubble. Since the bubble, it was over.
And a lot of people don't count that bubble championship,
So again,
So that's
it's been
it.
over for a
Yeah.
very long time.
but
then.
they've still been in contention.
Yeah, that's the thing about it, because I feel like, and that's why it's like it's so
These
hard.
niggas
for
is
me
not even getting out the first round right now.
not getting out the first round, but they, as I always bring up, they are still the NBA Cup champions. I know you don't like that. Look at that. I know you
The
don't.
playing. You talking about the playing?
No, I'm talking about the
No,
NBA
the
Cup.
NBA Cup that the Lakers won
You said, what's
earlier
the
this
cup? He
season.
said,
Yeah, the
that's-
playing.
He's
No,
so
no.
over. The
The
NBA
play-in
Cup.
is the play-in. NBA Cup. It was
Remember, like the
Cup.
cup, like you know how the European Cup games is.
Yeah.
Like the NBA did that this year. The NBA Cup with
I did not know that.
Damn, he didn't even know.
The
Yeah.
NBA Cup.
yeah. You ain't
Bro,
know there was
where
an
I
NBA
been?
Cup?
Y'all been watching the NBA. The NBA Cup. Who won the cup? The Lakers, right?
The Lakers
That's
won
the
the-
playing tournament, right?
No, the play-in tournament.
The play-in is for the
happens
playoffs.
when you get
to the playoffs.
playoffs.
I'm talking about
No. Oh, yes.
early this season.
Yeah, early
when
this
they
season,
played.
Yeah, that's called the NBA.
Oh, that was
Indiana.
called the NBA Cup.
Yeah.
So the
I didn't know the name. Okay, the name.
You named the
in-season tournament.
The in-season tournament. Thank you.
In-season
That
tournament.
messed me up.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all
Because I'm
good.
like, hold
The
up.
in-season
The
tournament.
the term cup is
Yeah.
European.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you taking
And
me
that's why
back
they
to Europe,
started
and I'm
calling
like,
it the
That's why
NBA.
we're trying to go global.
The NBA don't got no cup.
Yeah.
Yes,
But they do.
does.
They
But
do.
It does.
The
They do.
NBA Cup now.
And that's
My
why.
apologies,
And that's why I'm
Just
trying to
here
get
it's
y'all to
called the in-season
understand.
tournament.
Yeah, in-season tournament.
This is why it's such a different thing because we're having a conversation about the end of an era. But I'm like, y'all are putting emphasis on a classic understanding of the game of basketball.
It's still the same game, though.
Hold on, let me get so the classic understanding of the game of basketball. Yes, that the finals are the most important thing, but they're creating different aspects to give longevity to these cats because they possibly can't go to the finals and do all those things, but by creating a secondary like bubble championship, right, or something else that's other. It gives the longevity of these GOATs. We're competing not only with the basketball that's global. We're competing with Big Three. We're competing with AAU. All eyes are on basketball no matter what. Overtime, Creator League now doing stuff like
NIL.
There's a lot of different. We're competing not for the game of basketball has grown to now. Can we get the eyes on us? And as we're transitioning from it's the championships, the finals, and all that. Yes, these young cats, they still are adhering to the past of what the basketball means, which is you got to get yourself a ring. You get that ring, and then, but everybody you're talking about already has rings. Yeah. So what can they do to make the game of basketball change, great, dope? Because no one's going to give him the greatest of all time because that's already Jordan. You can't have that no more.
Some people are.
No, unless you're going to do 6 straight in a row. Jokic, maybe.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying there are people that, again, we spoke about this before. Michael Jordan is not their GOAT.
Well, we can go back all day on the GOAT conversation.
Right, no doubt. That ain't that. But there's people that still giving them that level of notoriety to say that, yo, this is my GOAT. Like freaking Carmelo Anthony's son. He said Paul George was his GOAT. Like, until Lala smacked him with the one, like you ain't talking about that.
Yeah.
Right. So again, as the game changes, like the opinions of the old motherfuckers like me compared to the young, like it just changes over to where you know, you don't even fuck, your opinion don't even matter.
Very interesting time for basketball.
Exactly.
It really is.
But these three people again are like we can't deny the impact that they've had on the game over the past, and these are people that are in the I want to win. I'm the GOAT. Maybe not KD so much because I don't know what the fuck he actually wanted. He
jump started. I feel like KD jump started like Wembyamba, Wemby, Chet. Bol.
Right,
exactly. The lanky tall ball player.
So like the game,
he's giving like confidence to those type players.
This is what I'm saying. Their impact on the game has been crazy.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. They've changed the game literally so much that they changed themselves out of the game.
James Harden.
I disagree.
Everybody stepping back.
I disagree only in the fact that what speaks to change, right? If you're not winning anything, you can't say that you're changing anything, in my opinion, right? You can say you made an impact.
Nah, hell no. I'm not
right?
saying that because it's undeniable. I just said Steph Curry changed the whole way game basketball is played. KD literally spawned a whole generation. I'm 7 foot and I'm not going to stand.
If they still can make an impact,
they're not making an impact anymore. Is my point because
why not? He just
now
because LeBron just won
made their impact.
Just won the cup.
No doubt,
that's an impact.
And before, no, I'm not saying impact in that way. I'm saying impact as far as you change the culture and style of basketball. LeBron was a whole different thing when he first got to the league. Like he's big, he's tall, he can dribble, he can pass, he can shoot a little bit. Like the prototype of player then inspired a bunch of people to play like LeBron after that.
Yes.
KD, now you can't get a 7 foot nigga to stay in the paint for more than 2 plays before they want to go shoot threes.
Getting injured off of just trying to do off the backboard dunk.
Steph got all these little kids who not tall, not jumping high, not that fast, all trying to learn how to shoot so they can just bomb shit from 3. Like they changed the way that basketball is played. Like the culture, the style of basketball, that's undeniable.
Right.
Along that path, they've also said, I'm trying to get as many rings as I can.
Yes.
I'm trying to be in that conversation. This is LeBron's, like, I'm the greatest of all time. He said it out of his own mouth. Steph, not so much, but Steph has been somebody who said, I want to fucking win. Now they're at the point where they're not adding up competitively to the rest of the league, which is why I'm saying they might have actually created a situation to where they're not relevant, because all the changes they've made has made everybody, in a sense, bigger, faster, stronger than them in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So the whole era thing is what I'm saying. Like, you can create something, like they say, like, we don't get here unless the forefathers before us got us to this point, right?
Exactly.
So it goes to that to say the impact. I'm not diminishing anything they say. I'm saying from a competitive aspect, these brothers ain't going to get out the first round this year, and they may not get out the first round next year.
So if that's the case, is it the end of the era for Anthony Davis too?
Anthony Davis ain't really no era player, I don't think.
Interesting. He's a tall, lanky. He was one of them cats too.
Yeah, he one of them.
Defender.
He one of them.
He brought a Giannis to me. He's the kind of cat that brings a Giannis to the game.
That's like, don't take my words. Don't twist my words, but that's KD like.
Right.
KD. Okay.
Like.
KG like.
KD like. Not necessarily, because KG and Anthony Davis prototype is different. Like, they two different kind of players. KG
was more
and I'm a KG stan. Like, KG was one of my favorite players as a young kid. So, like, I got a different level of respect for his game and the way he played.
I still feel like as a defender, KD
on the defensive side, maybe
Anthony Davis is not like a KD in that regard. That's one thing I'm saying.
Sure, yeah. No, no doubt.
I'm saying, like,
I'll give you that.
For him,
better defensive.
He's a center. He shoot threes.
Exactly.
He'll go off the dribble a little bit.
But KD is not going to block the way.
No,
Anthony
Davis has a better build and
base.
Like,
he has a
motor
base
for a defender.
Yeah.
KD's always been a scorer. Like, AD, like, he embraces the defensive side of the basketball more so than KD does. And not to say KD doesn't, because KD's defensive numbers have been high, like, as far as his ratings and all the analytics on it. He's had seasons where he's been pretty high.
Yeah.
Is he going to win Defensive Player of the Year? Hell no. But he's a scorer. Like, he came in the league as a scorer. AD came in the league as a
dual threat, in my opinion,
total package, two-way player, that kind of stuff. So your prototype as a player is different in that way. But at this point, I just think them three is looking slow on the competitive side of things.
I agree with you.
I don't think
they're not. The motor is showing its age,
and they produce. So my question, I guess, is it a battle of age and attrition taking over because they all still playing well individually, or is it a collective thing to where their teams aren't getting them over the hump?
I wouldn't put
that being the end of their era,
if you put all
you only go so
many
windows
on the same team. I don't think it would be the same conversation.
We talking about all three of them?
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
See exactly. See, so it's like
it'll be over.
It'll be over, right?
So not even be. I don't want that for them. Like, that would be corny to me. To like, let's all try to team up and go against the young niggas.
It's what
I think it would be fun.
Cool.
I
think
think
cool.
Like, if they, like,
it'd be interesting.
It'll be interesting. I think what they all accomplished.
To me,
if you could do that, that would be kind of fire. It wouldn't be weird. It wouldn't be weird because they are, like he said, they all won rings. So they're all one, and they're like, all right, this is the end of our era. We just going these next 3 years. We just going to just do it for entertainment.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to see that. Man.
You wouldn't want to see it?
I
would see it. I would watch that.
Nah, I don't. And I was never, and I know it happens, but I was never a fan of just this whole team hopping shit. Like, and that's me even being more old school.
I'm with you too. I'm with you too.
So I wouldn't want to see. That would remind me of like an elevated level, because at this point, all three of these are better players than what I'm about to say. But that will remind me of like when fucking Steve Nash and all the old niggas went to the Lakers to try to get a ring, and then they all was hurt and injured that season. So they had a bad run.
Yeah.
Steve Nash, Gary Payton, Karl Malone, like when they was all like, all right, fuck it, we jump into the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, again, they better players right now than they were at that point.
Yeah.
But that will remind me of that. And that's like, to me, it's like you chasing.
It happened with Shaq. He ran over to Miami, didn't he?
Different story.
Right,
Shaq was not Shaq like that when he went to Miami. He wasn't the same Shaq. And Shaq has always been a person that needed a counterpart to get it done.
Of course.
So he went over and said, all right, I'm going to rock with D-Wade.
After D-Wade won his by himself.
Right.
Exactly. So it gave what? D-Wade credence that he could do it by himself?
No doubt.
It just didn't make it seem crazy. Like,
it's all a matter of opinion at this point.
It just didn't make it seem
just
crazy.
Don't feel like it.
No doubt.
What KD did was wild though.
Right.
I still gave him grace on that too.
That's wild.
I give him grace on that.
He had whatever choice of a decision he wanted to make, so I'm never going to say like
it wasn't like he went to go get them. They flew to Hampton. They flew to get
true,
him.
but in a certain time in basketball, there's a lot of niggas that saying, "Nah, I'm cool.
I don't know, man.
I'll see y'all next year in the playoffs."
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. It's like if
see
they
y'all next
flew
year.
out,
Still had
they flew out and tried to recruit me and said we're gonna get a chip, it's gonna be straight. Don't worry, I got you. I'm like, you know what? All right, what's the bread look like? Goes back to that conversation. You got to take care of your family. That's all that matters.
But he
got
already
two
good
rings.
though. But he
He
already
got
good
two
though.
rings now.
His family's fine.
He got two
He
rings.
was fine, bro. He was fine.
Family's
before that
fine.
Was he
situation.
fine?
I'm saying he was
Endorsements?
financially, yes.
Oh, okay. Financially,
His family's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
His family's fine.
Family's
Before that, and
fine.
the family don't give a fuck about rings at the end of the day.
rings. 2 MVP finals.
Finals MVP, yeah.
I think that's good. Pretty darn good deal.
That is. I'm just
I don't know what
in
you're saying.
hindsight,
I'm just
yeah.
saying you don't do that.
But that's
Why?
it.
Why?
Bro, they just put you out the year before and you joining up with them?
This is what I'm saying.
What does that mean, though?
That
Because
means that's a pride thing.
what? Like, what is that?
I
Like,
think
what
it's
is-
just like as an athlete, like
Mhm.
like if we in the same conference, okay, college.
Yes.
If we in the Big East and y'all put us out in the semifinals and it's the transfer portal and they like, yo, Dom, like a few of the guys left, like, we want you to come to Villanova.
Now these little niggas are,
Yeah. They got a bag. They like, yo, we're gonna
KD
get you
did
a
it,
nice.
so I'm going.
We're gonna
Like-
give you a nice NIL deal. And I'm like, and I'm at Marquette. I'm like, bro, y'all just beat us last year. No,
fuck off. I'll see y'all next year.
Pride alone.
it's just like yes,
Yeah, that's all it is.
Pride won,
Yes.
and
Pride
then
won, but it's just
commitment to the team. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I can
For
side
me.
with that a little bit
yeah.
more.
Okay, so we'll do it like that,
Yeah,
like that,
committed
because
to the team.
it's going to come. Like yes, it's a pride thing, but it's just like, bro, if the ops,
If the ops,
y'all
crazy.
knock y'all out of the playoffs,
I'm
and
not
then
rocking.
they win,
Yeah.
and y'all in the same conference, and you got an opportunity to play against them again.
I'm
You
in
want
the
to do it
gym.
again, right? You wanna do
Yeah,
it
we
again.
on
Yeah.
it. We
I'm
on
in
No,
the
it.
that's great.
gym
I mean, that's
all
great.
summer.
Yeah,
We're about
all
to run this
summer.
shit
I
back.
think that breeds, because I think y'all look at it from the player mindset. I'm looking at it from the macros.
Yeah,
lens.
he's like the game. What can we gain from this?
What do you gain? These motherfuckers are making
But
billions.
they already made it though.
No. I'm talking about the owners that are putting these motherfuckers out there into the game. They making billions off y'all watching. Yeah, go ahead. Put all your pride into it. Pass me another beer. Because that's all they're going to do. They're going to laugh and cheer and jeer and get entertainment off of our hard work and all the emotions that we put into this game.
Sure.
And that, like, I think about it like just like LeBron said, it's just basketball. But y'all, I know y'all are basketball
It's-
players. Y'all professional players.
It's
And the
that
pride
health-
that y'all have into this game, y'all put your blood, sweat,
That's that
tears, and
healthy-
years of energy into
Yeah.
this game. So it's deeper than that for y'all.
It's just
But
weird.
for me, on
It's
the external
weird
side,
energy.
on the
weird
external
shit.
side, I'm looking at it. It's like, no, it's smart business. It ends up like it's securing more for your legacy. If you get 2 championships, now you're able to pivot and do more. And you want an easier road business wise to that championship, you would go to the team that makes the best record for the year. Why would I not do that as a smart businessman? I'm just thinking of it from that perspective, not the
Yeah.
perspective of pride and all that. I get that.
That's
part.
a great perspective though, because that, like you said, we wouldn't be thinking that.
Certain
but I
niggas
think
don't see it like that.
Yeah, I
we
know.
wouldn't see it like that.
Certain
But I
niggas
think
don't see it like that.
when you're at a level like that,
Yeah.
you can. Meaning like we don't understand KD's move,
Yeah.
but he do.
yeah.
Because he's like, I'm already getting money. Now, all right, it'll be okay, icing on the cake. I could get a ring.
Exactly.
I could get 2 rings. Like
exactly.
so it's just like we didn't understand what he was
I'm
doing.
gonna take it to a music. That's my wheelhouse, right?
yeah.
If I was runner up for a competition with somebody in terms of like getting a Grammy or something like that, and they beat me out of best album, and then they said next year, hey yo, I would really like if you could be featured on this album, blah 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 blah. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna do the feature. Next year, guess what? They get that song that I did with them
Yeah.
gets a Grammy. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh no, man, I should have fought harder to get that Grammy on my own name when I still played the game. I still was on the track. I still get the spins. I still get the Spotify streams. I still get all that publishing goes back. All of it still goes to me legacy wise. Now I still have a Grammy. It just was on their album versus being on my album.
Yeah.
Like I just don't. Maybe that's where I'm looking at it from the business side, and I can't always see it from just the sport. If we was going out back, and I will understand the pride because I'm like, nah, nigga, Nah, run that shit back because you just beat me. Now we gonna run that shit back real quick.
Gonna run that
But
shit
when
back
we in a business,
forever.
nigga, I'm like, fuck out of here. I'm making sure I got a legacy for my family. My kids can eat, and my kids' kids can eat.
No
and
doubt.
the two-time champion, 2 times final MVP Kevin Durant versus the regular Durant that just, I love my mom. My mom's real MVP. It's 2 different dudes.
Yeah.
And he can't garner the same amount of NIL deal or anything. Like, he can't do it because he doesn't have those stamps to his name.
That's
Like I said,
I feel what you're saying. I saw where you're trying to go with
gonna
it,
agree to
but
disagree.
in the,
You gonna
yeah, because in
But
this
I love-
regard,
I love it, though.
KD was
Give it to me.
KD
No,
before
I love
KD
it.
was KD before he got there.
Yeah.
True.
Like,
But he
KD
didn't have the
before-
same deals.
He could have
No,
got
he did. He
different
was, though.
deals.
That's what I'm saying.
God
What
damn.
I'm saying,
He
Yeah,
was
go ahead.
gonna get deals on
Yeah.
deals no matter where the fuck he went at that point.
They
He
look
would-
at
if
all of
KD
that.
would have said, "I'm gonna go to," and this is just whatever. I lose at OKC. I'm gonna find out who got the best opportunity for me to get to the finals in the East, and I'm going to the East. You still gonna get
Go to
deals.
Miami.
You're still gonna get like that level of like attention because you're KD. You're generational.
How much do you think having a championship gives you in terms of a deal?
I'm gonna go get it with somebody else and beat the niggas that put me out.
I
That's
agree
what
with
it
you.
means
I agree with
more
you.
to me. Is all
But
I'm
he
saying.
hasn't done it. That's what I'm trying to say. The fact that you said I would have did it, I would have
Hasn't
did it.
done it when?
Since he's left the Warriors. I don't think he would have got
That's
it
different.
done.
That's
my
different.
point I'm trying to make. Y'all keep saying, y'all keep
Do
saying
you
I would have
think-
did it, I would have did it, I
Do
would
you
have did it.
think that KD needed to go to the Warriors to get a championship?
Yes.
And this is a whole nother conversation.
Yes.
Right now. You
I
think
think he
KD
needed-
couldn't have beat the Warriors with
If he
another
would have,
team?
if he could have, he would have.
KD was the
He wa-
Finals MVP
Yes.
on both of those
I know.
Finals
Yeah.
runs.
I
If
know.
he's not on that team,
don't
those
win.
points,
Yeah.
those production, that level of production
win.
does not happen
two
for
things
that
can
team.
be true. They needed him. He needed them. That's what I'm trying to make y'all understand. Like at the same time, I
I
don't
don't
believe it could have
understand
it could have been another player too. I feel like if Kawhi was there, he could have did it too.
You damn right.
But I just
Put
believe
anybody in that system who's a good enough player, he's
Yeah.
going to elevate the
not
whole
anybody. You can't just get Horace
shit.
Grant.
Who is a good enough player? I said that.
You know what
Who's
I'm
a good
saying?
enough player? You put him in that system, he's going to elevate it. Who's a good enough player? That level of player is Kevin Durant, one of the top 5
Yes.
to 10 players
Yes.
in the league.
I'll
You're going
give
to
you that.
elevate everything they do over there.
Exactly.
You don't need to go over there to win that championship.
No. I'm saying is with that team at that level, the 7-3-9, right? 7-3-9, that quality team that they were operating at a clip that I don't think Kevin Durant had anywhere else in the league that he could have gone to that was going to be able to beat that team at that current level
But
that
you got
they
to
were.
take him out of that
Right.
equation.
But you don't know until you try.
Right. Or
You don't know until you try.
you
and
know and you go.
Because KD with the Clippers,
KD on a bunch of teams.
KD
back
with the
then.
Clippers with Paul George.
I'm a famous quote from Kanye West. I guess we'll never know.
No, we won't. I'm just
I guess
saying.
we'll
To
never
me,
know.
that shit was.
That'll be my quote of the day.
That's a whole different thing.
I like that.
I
That's a
guess
whole
we'll never
different
know,
thing.
man. Because I think at the end of the day, I value what we represent as a community, right? Like this game is literally made from a guy who just put a basket up and said, "Throw the ball into the basket." That's a jump. Or if you go even deeper, but to the I think it's the Mayans or Aztecs, I can't remember. Where they used to do the little ring on the side, and they would throw the little ball through the hoop, and then go through the side of the thing. All of that, and I say it's cultural that we have embraced this sport and elevated to all new heights, global heights, right? We've infused it into hip hop. We've infused it into food and
Fashion.
magazines, fashion. Like we taken this one thing where you just bounce a ball and throw it into a basket, and it's become this bigger than life thing. But I don't ever want to lose sight that it's still people that are pulling the strings on it. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's still money being made and going in the pockets of people that don't always look like us.
No doubt. But
So,
that's
and-
outside of those people ain't even on the court playing either.
I know, but they are controlling how the game is played. And when we set parameters on our people on how they want to maneuver in the game that they're forcing us to play their rules in,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's doing a disservice to them.
And a lot of people
I'm not
lose sight.
setting parameters.
Yeah.
I'm saying that shit to me, I don't connect with.
Yeah, no, I'm with him too. I don't connect with it.
I
It
just
was
said
weird.
before
But
that
what you
he has
saying-
the right to make whatever decision he wants. I'm always going to open
But
it
what
up
you
for
saying
people.
is right.
But my perspective is this: if you just asking me one thing versus another, what does this look like? What does that look like? I'm going here with it.
Right.
You know, he's a
Right.
billionaire. Again, my opinion is a drop in the bucket to a lot of these motherfuckers. I'm not
I know, right?
I'm not trashing them as people or anything like that. But to me, from a competitive aspect, it's like that shit ain't it for me.
I guess, man.
That's why I fuck with Ant. Like the way Ant give it up right now,
too.
And Tatum.
and the only play I would say I give a little bit of grace to for jumping ship when he did was like Dame, because he gave his all to that organization.
Yeah.
At that point, or like Melo when he gave his all to that organization, and it's like, all right, this shit ain't working out here. And at the end of the day, I know the owner is on some funny shit. You saw how it happened when Dame wanted to leave. Like he switched his tone about his Dame. So that goes to everything you saying. So you do have the right as a man to give your like, this is my stance and I want out. Like
Exactly.
you have that right, especially in a game where we don't own shit. So I understand that.
But
so
we
I'm not knocking it. I'm saying me, the competitor, I'm gonna go try to get that shit a different way.
Right.
Just because I gotta look at myself in the mirror when I got that ring on my finger and say, did I skip steps to get that ring? Did I jump on what was the easier thing? And
circling back, you see.
And Dame said it himself a few years ago when he was coming at Paul George and what was that team? Well, Paul George. He said it to Paul George when he put him out, and he was like, "Yeah, you boys skipping steps. You know, you chip chasing. Yeah, you chip chasing. Yeah. You boys skipping steps. Like I'm about that slow grind. I'm gonna get there one day, and then when I get there, that shit gonna mean more to me." I'm from that era. I'm from that mentality. And it's not to say that you can't make decisions like that. Yeah. I'm just saying, me personally, if it's that decision, or I'm going to go to Miami, I'm going to go to freaking the Knicks, I'm going to go to Chicago, I'm going to go to whoever, I'm going to a whole different conference, so that my path to even getting back to the finals might look different, because I'm Kevin Durant and I'm the best player in the fucking world at this point, according to my feelings. Yeah. I'm going to take my talents, go somewhere else, and I'm going to elevate that team to go against the niggas that just put me out, because I may not be able to get it done with Russ, but if I go over here, put a couple pieces in here, let me call up some people that I know in the league, yo, what's your contract look like? Can we organize this trade? Because all them decisions going to go through me anyway. KD, you come in here, who you want to play with? I bet. Go get him, go get him, go get him.
Right.
I think collectively this fits with my play style. We should be able to make a run at that team again, because I believe we're going to get right back there. And then we're going to see what happens.
Yes.
You know?
Okay.
Does that mean I might end up ringless? Sure.
Right.
Charles Barkley ain't got a ring, Hall of Famer. Like, we can go down the list of niggas who ain't got rings, and he's going to be Hall of Famers or Hall of Famers already.
Right. Yes.
It just is what it is. So that doesn't take away his greatness. It's like, for me, the path to that whole thing, I got to go the competitive route. Like, fuck no.
Yeah.
You would have called me to
still
go to
being
Hamptons.
smart.
Yo,
But still being
respectfully.
smart.
I respect that. Yeah.
Not crashing out. We ain't
Don't
crashing
crash
out. No.
Don't crash out.
Yeah, we're not crashing out over here.
They would have called me to the Hamptons. Respectfully, fuck off. I'll see y'all next year.
Nah. Respectfully, fuck off.
Respectfully, fuck off. I'll see y'all next year.
Don't trick yourself out the situation.
I respect that. Yeah. I respect, because I think what you're saying is like for you, and I think that's where my I guess ignorance in that competitive space and arena y'all been in since y'all was like kids growing up.
Different.
And like put through a rigorous course of like, this is competition. You don't let these niggas get that one over you. Get back.
And then you just don't join them. And then you just don't join them.
You don't join these niggas.
Yeah.
Get it back in blood. I think that's again, that's where that's why again I'm always love peace.
No doubt.
It's groovy.
That's a fact. And I reserve that to the people that feel that way. And I ain't saying nothing's wrong with that perspective.
No, but it's definitely.
I'm just hyper competitive to where it's like, I can't, my nigga, I told you, I can't lose at Uno without, all right, we're going to run it back. Like, if we're going to run it back. And we're going to play over and over and over again until I get a win. And then when you run it back, we're going to run it back on my time.
Exactly. Because
Silicon
Valley.
You got a whole deck in there?
Listen, I put this in my pocket early. I was like, I know he gonna bring this shit up today, man. I know. I was like, it's on reverse, nigga. It's on you then. Nah, messing with
because Golden State, Silicon Valley, they ain't the only place that got money.
That's facts.
New York got money.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he could have went to New York. And he did. He went to Brooklyn. And he did with his ventures. And
enough on Katie though, man.
Yeah,
I know. KD, we love you, bro.
We appreciate you, bro.
We change the game.
You're a GOAT, bro.
You got other problems right now because Ant-Man ain't fucking around with you. So we
gotta
take care of that old shit.
Was that too much though? When he did the suck it?
Who Ant-Man said that?
I like that though.
Yeah, you ain't see
I love
that?
it. I ain't see that.
Yeah.
I ain't see that.
Bro,
last
he was
night.
on the court and he
was
did the
doing
the Triple H?
WWE
Did the Triple H?
D-Generation X Triple H
I
second.
love it.
I
Hey,
like
on the
Ant-Man,
court.
dog.
I like him, bro.
Ant-Man.
I like Ant
him.
too, but
I
I think
love it.
I like
I think
everything
we're getting in that space that toxic.
Healthy toxic.
Yeah, it's healthy toxic.
It's
Is
healthy
it?
toxic.
All
KD,
right.
I feel like KD talk shit. He the Slim Reaper. Like,
Healthy toxic.
you know, I think he talk shit, and he got a young dude that's like it ain't disrespect. You know, as a competitor,
Yeah.
like when you talking shit, you could tell when someone talking shit
It's not malice
to be
or-
with malice intent, and then
Yeah.
you could tell when people talking shit because it's the passion in the game.
That's
and they
that's
talking shit.
Ant.
And that's Ant-Man.
That's
Ant don't
fine.
mean
Yeah,
no
that's
harm.
Ant-Man. He
That's
don't mean no
fine.
harm.
I remember you
I
seen
gotta
seen
play
that
with you
movie?
this summer in the
Exactly.
FIBA. So
Exactly.
we're gonna get it on out there.
Yeah.
But right now, listen, we
It's a
going
series,
for
like-
the chip right now. I'm not
Yeah.
fucking around with
Yeah.
you.
All right, I'm
not
excited to
fucking
see
around. And
more
it's
of it. It's
love.
great. It's
And
great game.
love.
It's great.
Yeah.
But it's
I
literally
mean,
just like, this is competition. I didn't even in the heat of battle with my teammates in practice said some wild shit to my
Yeah.
teammates that
Fuck
I
out
had to
here.
take back after.
Yeah.
Like, yo, my
yeah,
bad.
my fault.
You
Just
know,
hooping. Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
going like I can't turn it off when we in there. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's the shit that I like. That's the shit that I like. You
Yeah.
know. But yeah, and that's that, man. On that, so it's the end of the era or not?
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
winning
It's
chips?
definitely it's been the end since 2020.
Alright, cool.
We said that.
cool.
We said
But
that.
shouts to
Been
them, man. They legends. All
It's
that
in
other
the
shit,
era.
but it's
The
it's
impact
rough
will
out
never,
there.
Yeah,
Rough out
forgotten.
there.
never.
Never,
Never,
bro.
never.
The
Nah,
impact
nah,
they
for
got
sure.
to the game, bro.
Well,
And again, I think they're gonna make different ways to be special, so they'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, man. But all that,
Like doing the little 3-point contest with the
Oh, with the ladies.
I mean,
that's
that's
like
cool.
different
Yeah.
ways to like showcase their talent and still be great.
all of that,
But it's just gonna be not be the same.
all that good.
They're not
shit.
winning any more chips
That's a whole nother topic.
unless they do the
Whole nother
the
topic.
other thing.
With, I was talking about with
Yeah.
Caitlyn.
Oh,
Oh, no,
Start getting the signature shoe?
Nah, you listen, we gonna talk another
Woo!
time. We're gonna
That's
talk
all.
another time.
We'll
We're
talk
gonna talk
another
another time.
time.
We almost done today.
Yeah.
We're gonna transition back because we're going back to our real talk segment.
Yeah, you got
I
something
don't know
today?
if you've seen, but every episode we're gonna try to devote a piece of it to like real conversations that are thought provoking or just inspirational, motivational in a sense, and just something that has a little bit more meat on the bones.
Yep.
Mm.
Outside of the pop culture and the current events and shit going on. So with you being here, and this is a conversation that I've had on this platform before, and just understanding athletes and their paths and transitions out of sports. You, I think, are a person that has played the game for a long time at a high level, documented. You are stamped and cemented as an overseas pro 9 years.
Yep.
Right? So a lifetime of basketball before that. For you currently right now, as far as the space you're in mentally, physically, and all things between, which is one of my favorite sayings, like, where do you think you're at with your path away from the game? And today, that is.
Yeah.
And what do you think it took you to get there?
To
what was that transition like for you? And we could open up that conversation and we'll wrap it up there because I think we want to
Yeah.
close it with something that, gives you a chance to really dive into yourself in that way.
Yeah. Currently, I think I'm at a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got to the 7. So quick story. Well, not quick story. I'll just let you guys know. I retired in December, like I said earlier.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So I got the job offer in December. And that whole time, just even interning over the summer, I just felt like I knew I was going to go back, but like I'm missing, like all my friends is signing, my peers, my OGs is signing. Everybody hitting you up like, yo, where you going next? Like you had a good season in Romania. Like where you going next? And I'm like, bro, I'm home interning. So then some dudes is like, oh, damn, then they trying to get you. Or some dudes is like, I'm happy for you. So like just mentally having to swallow that pill, just stepping away from what you love to do something else that
Interesting.
you don't know what the outcome is going to be.
Right.
It was a lot. And then it's just like, now I got the job, but now I'm dealing with like real life stuff. Like, first time having a real rent. First time having to pay for health insurance because when you overseas, it comes with being as a player. First time really like budgeting your money when your money's getting broken up into 2 or 3 installments over every 2 weeks. So all of that was new. And you can't just stop anybody else like your peers. Like I'm not a mama's boy, but me and my mom got a tight relationship. So it's like I'm not gonna keep calling her like, hey, what I do here, what I do here. you know, I
Yeah,
gotta
right.
figure
You
it
gotta
out.
figure it out. Yeah, man,
You know,
man.
she's working every day. This is normal life to her, but for me, it's like this is new. So it's times like I just sit in my apartment and I just sit and think. Like I really gave it up to work a 9 to 5.
Right.
But in hindsight, like I'm a very smart person. You know, the bigger goal for me is one day to have a family.
Beautiful.
One day to, you know, do family stuff, be a father, you know, one day. And by me being overseas is tough. Like, any overseas player would tell you it's tough because it's either they have a situation where their wife is with them and their kids, but they might not got a crib back at home. So they might be crashing with the mom or the stepmom or, you know, the godmom or the mother-in-law. And then there's a situation where like,
been there for sure.
yeah. And then there's a situation where like they might got stuff rolling back home, but then it's like you got stressed because you got different people subletting your place and all that. Or you long distance, like your wife and kids is away. Like they come out once or twice a year and is away. So for me, it wasn't no stability in that sense. And like everyone says, like basketball is going to end one day, physically. So, you know, I was just like, I got a great opportunity to transition, and I just did it. I felt like God was like, here. He was like, come on.
Praise him.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm at a 7. I'm at a 7 because of that. But I got there recently because I started to play in the East Harlem League. It just finished up.
Nice.
Shout out to my college teammates, Malik and Jamal. They got me back out on my shell to play because, man, I was hurt. Like, even in the summer, like I was working out. I was working out, but it was just like, dang, my boss talking about they want to, you know, offer me. And I wasn't going in with intentions of being offered.
Right.
You know, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go do my time. I talked to my agent. I'm done in November.
Yeah.
You know, give me a month. By December, I'll be going somewhere. Then my boss talking about, oh no, we want to keep you. So I'm just like, bro, I'm torn. Cause it's like, if I get deep and say that to you guys as you my peers, you gonna be like, damn, bro, like what you doing? You had a whole opportunity to jumpstart a career. But you want to go and make pennies, not make pennies on the dollar, but you want to go and make money for the next 3 years when you got to jumpstart to a career that you don't know where it's going to take you.
So your path away from it was more so right time, right place, right opportunity.
Yeah. Yep.
Wasn't you decide that you was just, you know, you was off it before you started seeking that opportunity?
Yeah. Like I wasn't off basketball.
Okay.
I'm a hooper. Like I'm a straight hooper. Like I wasn't off basketball. It was more so like, this is an opportunity. I always try to internship every 3 to 4 years.
Right.
So I was supposed to do it last summer, but ended up signing to go to Argentina.
Right.
So this summer I came home early enough, and I was like, okay, if I do this, I'm a vet. So as a vet, you don't got to be there for preseason. You know, if you go to the right place and know the right people, you go there in November, December, and then you finish the season, help them win. So I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna go that route, and then that's just how it worked out.
Nice.
So
if you're in this transition phase now, I would say what has been the biggest hurdle you felt you had to overcome transitioning away from basketball?
Man, trying to find what you like other than basketball. Like trying to find what other like stuff that you like. Like, do you like to paint? Do you like to long walks in the park? Like, what do you
long
like?
Walks in the park is crazy.
Like, do you like to journal?
Fact. That's real.
Like, do you like to, you know, listen to music and, you know, write lyrics? Like, what do you like?
What do you like?
Bro, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay,
I'm still trying to figure out. Like, it's crazy.
It take time, bro.
Yeah.
And just not to, like, everything you said 100%, but being somebody who's been on that journey for longer.
Yeah.
Because I've been out the game going on 5 years and shit. What's it, April? May. Damn, next month will be 5 years.
Wow, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That just hit. But yeah, being away from the game that long, early on I did have a lot of the same feelings that you had and finding that identity of who you are as a person outside of the game. But it takes time. And it only really comes through, and I've said on here before, which is great that I'm like kind of hearing you echo the same thing. It only really comes from trying a bunch of different shit. You know?
Yep. So I'm putting myself out there. Yeah, man. I picked up journaling again. Okay. I used to do it when I was overseas. Nice. I just think you deal with a lot of things that you don't have control over.
Yeah.
So like, for instance, something could go wrong with your family or stuff with your friends. Stuff could happen that you have you can't just fly back. So, you know, you'll journal about it. So I just started journaling again. Yeah, I'm joining networking groups in New York. I'm trying to join a nonprofit.
That's what's
just to like put my face and put myself in different situations. So that's where I'm at. I'm at a 7. I transitioned to, so I'm working in finance.
nice.
So I'm transitioning.
Yeah, I
I
was
didn't
gonna
tell
say,
the people
tell the
what I'm
people
doing.
what
So
you're
I'm in
doing, yeah.
finance. I run the book of business for vertical at Webster Bank, property management, HOA.
Nice.
So I oversee the book of business. We have like 1.5 billion in our book of business with
Baller.
clients. We're growing. Webster Bank is the 24th largest bank in the U.S. right now.
Nice.
So that's what I do. And a lot of people are like, you didn't go to school for banking. When you're not a people person, but like when you just float and you could teach anybody to do anything you want to be.
Right.
So I don't have a business background, but I relate a lot to business people, and my life has been part of the business journey. So, I'm just learning that. So that's what I do. That's why I came on here looking dapper a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm trying to, do as the Romans do, and right now,
the shirt and jacket. I'm
I was like, wait a minute. I should have wore different. I'm like a rocker kid.
They want to go home and change real quick. I'm like,
I'm trying to
I gotta step my shit up out here.
The part of Rome I'm in is the finance world, the corporate world, and I just wanted kids in the younger generation to see that like you could use basketball to take you different places. You could use it. Like, don't let the game use you. Like, you could love the game. You could put love. It's going to be a lot of tough nights. Injuries come with it. But, like, the connections you make with basketball and overseas, like, you can use that and it could put you in places you never thought you could be. So, like, for me to get an opportunity to be in finance as a basketball player, a pro that just transitions, is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
I think, Dom, that's the quote of the day.
What?
Use the game. Don't let the game use you.
Bro. Crazy, just crazy. It's just crazy.
You're going to take the heat off of yourself.
That's a good quote. I like it, bro. I'm just letting you know.
You're going to take the heat off of yourself.
Use the game. Don't let the game use you. That's a hard quote, bro.
My boss makes me do.
That's fire.
That's fire.
Yeah, my boss, he makes me do quotes of the week.
Oh, does he?
For the team.
Yeah.
Every time we have a team meeting, which is like once every 2 weeks, he makes me close the meetings. So I'm on there as a fresh face, and I'm over there trying to, close a meeting. Like, but they rock with me.
Yeah,
they rock with me. So that's that. I'm at a 7, bro. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be around for holidays. Starting to integrate. I'm looking forward, to whenever he has another ball, so I get that invite.
Bro.
We
definitely gotta get him to the gala,
I'm trying to get to a ball.
Yeah, I'm saying?
I'm trying to get to more galas and balls.
It's gonna be dope, man.
But yeah, man, that's it. And can I do a little shout out real quick?
Yeah,
man,
you got
of
it.
course, man,
We
of
can
course.
close it there.
Yeah,
What you
we're
got
gonna
for
close
us?
it there.
You
So
got socials you want to drop
what you
too?
got
You can do
for
that too.
Yeah. So I want to, I just want to shout out to like all my friends, all my fans and supporters. I want to shout out to all my trainers. So Dwight being one.
Hey, come on,
So
now.
shout out to Dwight.
That's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
fact, bro.
I want to shout out to
Dom
Brittany
was one of my
Shells.
first clients.
Yeah.
Always believed in me when I came
Yeah,
home.
I
Like,
believed in him.
like,
Your
for
trainer's
real.
favorite trainer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what D. Burke
Your
do.
trainer.
Nah, it's a fact. He gave me a big opportunity. He helped me learn a lot too. Like when I started working with because I had a few like pros that was overseas dudes that summer when I got into that. But Dom was one of the first ones that was like, yo, like you doing
Let's
this
tap
shit
in.
for real? Like let's get it.
Nah, he
4 or
definitely
5
does
days
this,
a
man.
week.
Yeah,
Like
we was in there. We was in there. Glasgow at Pals,
Yeah,
like in the
change
city.
gyms, a little bit of Smyrna.
Actually,
from
look
time
on the
to time.
channel. You'll see some more videos, y'all. EFS family. You'll
so-
see some of the videos of what he's doing training and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so I want to shout out Dwight. I want to shout out Brittany Shells. She was my
Britt,
first.
yeah, shouts to Britt, man.
She's dribble
Yo,
guy,
she's
perfectionist.
fire. Yeah, she's
I want
fire,
to
man.
shout out Mara Mason over there at
Big Mar.
at the
I'm trying to have
Field
Mar
House.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mar,
yeah,
dope.
bro.
Talk to
He's
Mar.
very special for the state of Delaware, man.
Nah, he's
Like the influence, having some of these young guys.
Yeah,
man.
facts.
But bro, like he just welcomed me with open arms. Like
That's tough,
we
bro.
were competitors in high school,
Right.
and like sometimes when you focus on one thing, you don't see other things.
Yep.
Mm.
And it was just like he was looking at what I was doing, but I wasn't looking at what he was doing because I'm like, man, I gotta get out of Delaware. And he like, bro, y'all at school with Twin Towers, like you're at Caravel, you just won a state championship, like that's
Come on now.
ill. So it's like just getting to talk with him, dope. So and I want to shout out my boy, my strength and conditioning coach.
Okay.
3D.
Okay.
3-and-D, injury prevention.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend any athlete that's over there to go to 3-and-D.
Okay.
Injury prevention, I felt like, that's why I said I could play 3-4 years.
You have more in you.
Bro,
Nimble.
I was nimble.
We might need to do something. We were talking about on
Yeah.
the other episode about getting something out for the youth and doing something in the community
Yeah,
or something like that. We
3-and-D.
might need to get both of y'all come out, do a little basketball thing for the kids or something like that. Man, I'll figure something out.
Got some plans, bro.
Yeah. So shout out to them, the 3-and-D
slow
family.
rollers thing. It's a marathon. Shout out to them.
Lavelle and the gang. Shout out to them. And then, all my coaches, man. Ty Taylor, that's over at St. E's. He introduced me into like the basketball in Delaware. Like he the one that put me with the Raiders. Shout out, like I said, Q Gaskins, Tony Lee, JC Johnson, Brian Lee. Shout out to all my AAU teammates. Like, bro, just playing with them, they was already coming from a basketball background, Philly and Chester, and being in those environments, that shaped me to be a pro, and especially being in Philly. Like, we in the Hank Gathers League, hooping. Like, we in the trenches, hooping. And it's just like, all those rivalries I made up in Philly and all the other pros I got to play against. I appreciate y'all. AJ English, I appreciate you, bro. He took me under his wing. About a few summers ago, we had me going all different places to hoop, but like real hooper. Like I'm a workout person.
Yep.
But he a hooper. So he like, yo, where the runs at? Dom, is a run here. Is a run
let's
here.
Go.
Bro, it's just so much, man. Like just everybody had a big impact. The Future Stars, when I first got to Delaware, they was like the YMCA, but they kept like kids off the street. It was like a summer camp. So everybody at Future Stars, man. Browns, Boys and Girls Club, that whole Wilmington league, man. Yeah, Browntown, bro. Like, just thankful for everybody. And then my mom, most importantly, my mom, bro.
Love, man.
One time for moms.
Mom Dukes,
Moms,
yeah. Sacrificed a lot for me. So Mom Dukes in the
Definitely, man. For sure.
Guy most high.
With that said, man, I think we got a lot of great convo.
Oh, it was perfect, man.
Appreciate you,
Dom.
Yes,
sir.
Man.
Yo,
man, shouts to you.
Bring me back.
One more
Bring
time.
me back, bro. I feel like I'm a natural at this pod.
Yeah, but that said, man, EFS podcast, the episode number 12 in the books. Podcast for self-starters and those willing to make the most out of any situation.
Yes,
if
sir.
you made it this far, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will catch you on the next audio occasion real soon. Peace out. See you.
We out.